I turn to stone.
Ooh.
Ooh,
I turn to stone.
Oh my God.
Good
you're
morning,
alive.
Captain.
He lives. The world's just not the same without our captain.
Good morning.
Morning, guys.
All right.
Apologies for the delay, but I just finished work at 2 o'clock this morning, so
Oh God.
yeah.
So you got exactly like what, 3 hours sleep or 2.5?
Oh no, it's currently about 8:30 New Zealand time, so about 6 hours sleep.
Oh, at least some sleep.
Exactly, some sleep. So if I'm a tad slow for the first 30 minutes, my apologies.
Yeah, we also just timely cashed, so I need to set up things. So you got
Oh,
a
perfect.
couple of
Also, you need
minutes.
to finish that goddamn joke. Finish that joke. Don't leave us hanging, man.
Fine,
I know you're the
fine,
king
fine.
of cliffhangers, but come on.
Okay, so fuck. How did it go? Sheesh. How far did I get before I crashed?
I have no idea. I can't even remember.
I think you were literally starting the line. I know what line you were going to say, but start from the beginning.
There we go. Fuck. No.
We'll skip it. Maybe.
So, what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I have acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you let my Centauri go now, that will be the end of it.
Whimsy, how you do,
Yep.
buddy?
I'm good, man. My main issue currently is that my laptop connector for my charger is not seating right in its sort of receptacle, so I'm having to sort of try
Inside the
prop it up
computer.
on
Yeah.
a
Is
paper
it-
clip
is it-
and 2 pens.
Is it the computer portion bad, or is it the charger?
It's basically the charger, so the pins are out of alignment somehow, so it just doesn't seat quite
Ah,
correctly.
damn.
So I need to get it on the exactly correct angle. So I'm just busy sort of propping it up with a paper clip and a pen. So
Yeah.
if I'm just fiddling over here,
So if we just see you disappear, that's because you blue screened yourself because you power shorted your laptop then.
basically, yeah.
Yeah.
I currently have 28 minutes apparently. So
28 minutes to save yourself.
normally it takes me about 10 minutes to get it correct, but currently it's being tricksy. So
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
It's 1:32. We should be starting here.
yeah, we
should be starting.
We should be starting like 5 minutes ago, but it's not a matter of minutes. I mean, all our fans are present already, so hey.
Whimsy,
Excellent.
biggest question: did you happen to watch the last episode, or do we need to fill you in?
Yeah.
You need to fill me in, man. It's been mad week.
Oh yeah.
So.
Just give me the highlight reel, if you would.
Oh yeah, we had a lot of questions about who could have sabotaged us there, and Landis had the crew organized to the point we were actually pumping everyone that we could think of for information on who could have done it. I was thinking it was going to be one of my enemies.
We used all available resources to figure it out.
Lo and behold, the culprit was
Dun dun dun.
a certain ex of a Mr. Noah Malone.
That witch
Your
Karen.
ex. What is it with
Yeah.
people's and exes on this show?
It happens because now, for all of you in the audience, what we did pre-show is we rolled a bunch of dice to see what happens from the moment we're 18 till now. I had a breakup. It rolled up that I had a bad breakup with a girl.
Very bad.
A nemesis called Karen Johnson.
Yeah.
And she's not nice. And I mean, 10 million ducats? Pff, come on.
Oh, I know. That was insane. This is where
That's like super pissed.
So this woman takes it upon herself to sleep with the judge and be like, you know what? I want you to screw you guys' life up. She's an ambassador now, or she's a counselor now.
Consul.
Counselor now at Centauri Beta 5 station.
Bitch.
I mean, they might be in a good, loving relationship, and as Noah Malone, I'd be like, yeah, that's all good.
Yeah.
I'm grateful, happy for her, but I'm really not.
It's enough to turn you to drink.
So our doctor, Dr. Derek Turner, was good enough to be like, dude, Noah, you need to stay back here. You cannot go talk to her. Let me and Landis go talk to her on your behalf and figure this thing out. He knocked it out of the park. Completely exonerated us, and we're 100% free, but not quite. Actually, what we decided is to be like, you know what? You're right. It's not fair that we should charge you in Centauri space since y'all are not from here. So why don't we send you back with an escort to Babylon 5, and you will be charged there in a couple of weeks. You will have a fairer trial.
Assuming
That's what we said.
Assuming, you know what I mean? But I mean, it has to be better than 10 million golden ducats because of a spurned ex-wife.
Oh yeah, and then we were getting some calls from Psychor.
Oh yeah, they wanted a special gun back that apparently had some living organic DNA inside of it.
There was a special gun, and thank goodness you weren't on the ship. Otherwise, you would have stolen that too.
Yeah, we definitely gave
That's lies and calumny. I'm not going to be slandered like this.
Yeah, you would have stolen that, left us in the lurch.
Listen, our captain is not a thief. Our captain is very smart. It just happened that he had one cool thing, and it's probably for very good reasons. We don't know.
Look,
I mean, it probably had something like 20 million reasons for it.
Do they? You save humanity? Do they call you Zadora the war hero? No. But you steal one gun.
He accidentally, casually misplaced it in his slap pocket. He was meaning to return it, but he was halfway across the galaxy before he even noticed it was in there.
It's just like an overdue library book. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
So we played it that you went to Earth to try to figure shit out.
Yeah.
Well, that's the official story.
We assumed that she was going to go, beg daddy for help.
No, you sent us an email saying, dude, I'm going to go to Earth and try to get some contacts there. In the meantime, we kind of figured solve the problem on our own.
Yep.
And because time was an issue. And now we are at Babylon 5 station.
Excellent. I'm going to continue. Perfect. I'm going to continue fiddling with my connector, so I'm just going to cut my video very briefly, and I'll be back in 2 minutes, but I will be here and listening.
Cool.
Fair enough.
Let's get this ball rolling.
Okay.
Right. I do believe last session we were left off with the issue of mortality at someone's fingertips. As a message has been sent from an ambassador to a special agent. And this agent is currently fiddling around. Is that Whimsy? Ah, yeah. Whimsy, can you turn the sound off as well while they're at it? Thank you.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Alright. Okay, damn it. Froggy has his cat. Alright, I want a cat. Cat is nice. There's no cat here. I was distracted by cats. Yes. On the other side of the issue, while someone is pondering whether or not to take this opportunity of employment, people have been assisting in various duties around the globe. Sorry, not around the globe, but the rotating space station.
Yes.
Both things rotate, so they have that in common. Yay! So, first of all, Derek.
Yes.
While you have been working in the aforementioned health facilities of Babylon 5, you have received a job offer from a previous employer in Centauri space, saying that there's a certain pickup required to do. They are requesting whether or not you will be able to proceed with acquiring a vehicle to take you to a specified planet in Centauri space and procuring some biological sample materials from the planet and bringing them back to Babylon 5 without any undue scrutiny from any official bodies.
Smuggling.
Yes.
That's what that sounds like.
Indeed. The payment is quite hefty, though.
Yeah. How much? Yeah. That's what I need to know. How much is it? How much is it paying?
They are paying. They're promising a payment of 500,000 credits for this delivery.
Okay. Pick up.
Yep.
Biological...
Also the acquisition of the biological sample itself. Apparently, some sort of a native creature of the planet.
The Centauri space.
Yep. Since you're the Centauri space expert, you should be able to handle this.
Is it a space kitty?
No.
I write them back that I would love to take them up on the offer. Please let me discuss this with my current crew, and I will get back to them within 24 hours.
Yep. The message is received, and you get an approval of 24-hour delay.
Like,
Delay in the 24-hour window to respond before they consider someone else. Yep.
I mean, 500,000 credits. I mean, I'm pretty sure my new friends would not
sneeze at it. Yeah.
Sneeze at that, and I mean, it would help me ingratiate myself further upon them. So,
yep.
I will contact the two interested parties that I know are still on the station, and tell them to meet me in that.
Before you do that, let us go forward with the person working for local security. Know him alone.
Okay.
Our brave marine has been assisting the local constables wherever he can, acting as his security consultant.
Is he hanging out with
General Bouncer as well.
Yeah. But on that note, you have made progress in ingratiating yourself with the local law enforcement.
That's good.
You have been given an opportunity to shortly glance at Miss Pembroke's file. You remember Miss Pembroke as one of your aides during your short stint on Mars. She was recently deceased in dubious circumstances in Babylon 5.
Yeah.
And you do receive confidential information regarding that case. However, what you receive is just a short glance into it. It just says, has a few contact informations, but unfortunately they notice you glancing it and change page before you manage to go any deeper. But you do know there is something there.
This looks real fishy.
Indeed. And finally, Landus has finished a meeting with certain ambassador. The meeting is short and simple. Jacquard has an issue with Londo, but using you for that is too obvious. He doesn't want you anywhere near this, but he does need your help with another matter. He needs leverage on the Minbari. And he has heard rumors of an incident in Medbay, not too far back, and he needs the security logs of that event so he can use it against the Len in future occurrences. So the issue is you need to get access to Babylon 5 security and get your hands on those files and provide them to Jacquard. And in exchange, he will, let's say 200,000.
Nice. No problem.
And this is rather time sensitive, as the negotiations with the Minbari are a matter of a week at most. He can delay them some by a few. He can delay them a few days, but no more than a week.
Yeah.
So that's a time-sensitive issue. Wesley has his own things, and we'll get to those when Zadora is ready. When
show his
Zadora
face.
has been thoroughly shown out by his father.
On that
The
note,
devil.
Speak of the devil. Did you manage to do it?
yeah. So it's propped up on currently a USB drive and a strangely angled tube of moisturizer, but it seems to be working.
So,
I sent you guys a picture of my setup.
so at some point, that tube of moisturizer just go bang all over the place.
Yeah, no, it's gonna deflate slightly, and then the angle will change, and then I will have to prop it up. It's very frustrating, but unfortunately, this is a Korean laptop, so my ability to get it changed and repaired in New Zealand is quite small.
Hey, don't they sell those universal? Don't they sell those universal chargers?
Also, to do with the universal charger, to do with the actual pin seating inside the laptop itself. So, but I need to go in very carefully, basically, with a pair of tweezers and sort of
Yeah.
put my wrist into it.
So,
Oh, we got a visitor.
getting to the
Oh, I know.
issue of Zadora then, since you all are timely apparent. Oh, timely around. That's the one. So, you went back to Earth to figure things out while these four buffoons were trying to save the ship in their own way. But you came up with a perfect way of doing that. You secured yourself some alliances. You managed to negotiate with your father a mutually beneficial deal for his help.
Yep.
However, there is a few strings attached to that. Good news is that on your route back towards Centauri, you heard about them actually being transferred back to Babylon 5 for a new trial. That just means your father's influence went, and basically, basically, it's a guarantee if you manage to do your father's bidding, that the court case is gonna go your way, and it's done with that. However, you need to go and help your dad's friends out for them to be able to help you.
Okay. Yes. Absolutely. What does that entail?
Well, there is an artifact they are looking for, and you are required to pick this up. Well, you are sent to one of the potential locations of it. If you find it, you bring it back. All settled. If somebody else finds it, well, fine. If you just did your job, found something, and came back and said it wasn't there, that's all cool.
Yep.
So they will provide you with a small ship, pretty standard ship for it, but you need to get your own crew for it. They need some experts in the fields of xenobiology, alien cultures, especially Centauri cultures, and somebody who can use a gun.
Oh, shockingly, I know some people like this.
So these are the mission statements, and just by coincidence, all four of you happen to arrive on Jacaranda in about inside 1 hour of each other.
Oh yeah. I'm beat. Never thought working security would be so hard. A lot of paperwork. Oh hey, Whimsy here. Sorry, Zadora, Wesley, you're back.
Everybody, it's good to see that you're all in fine fettle and managed to cope despite my absence. Tell me, how did it all go?
Well, you got a lot of our emails back and forth, so there's nothing new. We're still waiting on trial over here. Haven't made any progress. I've just been sitting on my thumbs. How about you, Landis or Dr. Turner?
I got a job offer that we could perhaps do tours.
Yes.
Oh, tell us about that.
Well, payout is 500,000 credits for us to pick up some biological samples from a planet in Centauri space.
What planet? Centauri space.
Which planet was that?
You only have a set of coordinates. There's no name attached to the planet.
If
I just have coordinates.
Can I have a look at the coordinates and see if I actually recognize them?
Sure.
Bring me education if you recognize it.
First roll of the night, folks. Here we go.
Dun dun dun.
Fish eyes, I'm telling you, it's fish eyes.
Do not screw this up.
That's a roll of 7. That is surprisingly well. However, as the planet is rather obscure and has not been visited by a Centauri in ages, it's might as well be an empty space.
I'm just looking at. All I know, all I can see is Centauri space. There.
Well, you know what? That sounds like a pretty good job. Except that we're still dry docked for the moment, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing but I have to let them know within 24 hours whether if you guys are interested or not.
Oh, well, we got some time to talk about that. Landis, did you have some news as well?
Yes, I've been asked by Ambassador Jakar to look into an incident there. Supposedly, something happened in the medical facilities on Babylon 5 involving the Minbari. And he wants a wee bit of information on what actually happened so that he can have a wee bit of leverage.
Did that happen in my watch while I was working? Just asking.
You didn't work on Babylon 5.
I want to say while I've been helping in the med bay.
No. This happened back in February.
Okay. Yeah.
Like several months ago.
So he's wondering, it's going to involve us having to try and access either the security records or from security or the medical facility.
Just a quick question. We are currently awaiting trial on this space station. And then secondly, if I remember correctly, you just told me you pissed off a lot of people last time you were here. You know, you three. And your dead friend.
It was all our friend's fault. He was very much a rabble rouser and a ne'er-do-well. The rest of us merely tagged along out of friendship.
Yeah.
But on the subject of trials, I do have some good news. Now that we're back in civilized space, we have a degree of influence over the outcome of this trial, but we do need to do my father's brothers, nieces, nephews, cousins, auntie a small favor. She enjoys the collection of Xenos artifacts as a hobby and to display on coffee tables. So if we were to retrieve this relic for her, people in positions of power could find their way towards resolving our court case swiftly and without complication. So I have not just been sipping margaritas and visiting the Tate Modern while back on it.
Not that you didn't do that, but...
Not that I didn't, but it's not just been that.
So, where would you provide us transport?
It's just as Sador says to Tate Modern. I'm saying, no, I thought you were more of a Louvre man yourself.
Oh, there's no culture in France, you know. Not these days. Not after the great nuclear war of 2023. It's mostly the radiated wasteland.
Yeah, but I heard they've got a fantastic piece of art there. A certain painting. Renaissance, I believe it is.
It's very much out of fashion, though. It's so modernist and things. But regardless, hurry on.
So,
if we do a favor for a friend, we should be out of trouble.
So are they providing a way to get to said planet?
They are.
Oh,
So
Right.
let me just just so we can have like a little timeline or at least a point A to point whatever.
Yeah.
A, we help Landis with his very weird being helpful to Narn's plan. B, go to some planet to pick up some alien artifact,
This has never gone wrong in the past.
which I'm kind of worried about the customs when we get back to Babylon 5. C, pick up biological things because we'll have a ship again that's ours.
with customs being a problem as well.
Exactly, customs still being a problem.
Last
Or
time I
s- or D, right? Are we going to break into Babylon 5 logs?
Security to because they
Or
probably
medical
won't like that.
logs?
I mean,
Damn.
no.
So much for getting our noses clean, right, folks?
Seems like the universe is conspiring against us. Every time we make progress, another impediment is thrown in our way. But
You know what, though?
We're men of
We knew
daring
this
and
was going to
research.
be hard. We knew that this is what we signed up for. We knew we wanted independence. Shit was going to get hard, but don't worry. Once things start going our way, smooth sailing.
Question, Landis, because I only want to be helpful. You have shown me that you're an upstanding Centauri citizen. But
why
usually,
help Jakar here, Alondra?
yes,
Unfortunately, it all comes back to our dear friend Femi. On our first trip here, he got us involved in a venture that resulted in us tangling with some Narn there. And basically, Jakar is holding that against my head. I need to at least be seen to do some recompense for the dead Narn. He doesn't really care about it. He's just using it against me. There.
Derek, Derek doesn't believe you.
Roll me an insight check.
How can I tell if he's lying there?
You just tell. I don't know. How do you want to handle this?
Yes.
Do you want to brute force it with the rules, or do you want to discuss it with your gaming friend?
I'm more for RP. That's my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't like to rely on conflict between characters to be decided on a roll. I
I'm
think
gonna be honest with you. He doesn't believe you, only because he spent way too long in Centauri space. How Centauris view Narns, and what you're saying seems like complete bullshit.
He's got a point there.
Yeah, because if anybody in your family, because he knows your family has some clout, anybody in your family found this out, this would be like political suicide for you.
I'm just looking at it.
Is that your honest answer?
I'll be honest, it's not maybe the full answer, but everything that's led to me interacting with your car is based on what happened with Femi. If Femi never occurred, me interacting with Jakar the way I have probably would never have happened. But to be fair, at the same time, with what's happened back with my career and everything, and me joining the Jacaranda, I always did entertain there was a possibility that I might have to at least turn a blind eye to the business of this crew that does with the Narns. or it's else, seed up get rid of all the money that I have tied into the ship. But this ship gives me some opportunities that I might not have otherwise.
You know what, Landis? You don't actually have to explain very much to me because I am new here. You know what I mean? And it would be, I would very like much so to assist you in any way I can.
Well, it looks to me like we have decisions then. We got a lot of options available. I, for one, am for getting our ship back and as cleanly as possible. If we could figure this out without it going to trial, I'm for that.
We just can't screw this up. My great aunt is not a very nice person. You've never had to sit down for 3 hours of luncheon with her. And I assure you, you'd never want to.
So, how long is it going to take to get this? Did you come in the ship, or we have to wait for the ship to get here?
Point of play, Worcester. What's up in terms of our logistics?
The gist of your logistics is following. There is a ship waiting for you at Babylon 5. It's the simple matter of calling them and saying, hey, we're ready to go. How do you want to handle this pickup?
How long will it take us to get
As
from
the matter of our ship, let me call my agent, and I'll put out like a space beeper, and I'll be that asshole with the beeper. But yes,
Do you have
yes, about the ship. We're gonna be over shortly. Yes, thank you, pronto. Bye.
So, I mean,
Sorry, my agent.
do we know how long it's going to take us to get from Babylon 5 to this secret planet that needs somebody of all our skills apparently to?
We will be briefed when we get to the ship. I had a broad outline of it, but it was just contingent upon us accepting.
The only issue is the problem that our friend Landis has here with a Narn ambassador and information he wants on Minbari, apparently.
Yes.
Not that fucking.
It seems like we're gonna have to choose one of these courses of action.
Well,
One course eliminates all the rest, it sounds like.
Well, no, his fixes our general problem that affects all of us, but apparently this could cause a problem for our friend Landis. I have no clue how deep he is with.
Doesn't necessarily have to be me getting it. If I can at least set up something to allow someone to pass on the information he requires to Jakar.
So how are you going to get the information?
I'm sure there has to have been someone there at the medical station that saw something, or at least knows enough that could potentially.
I'm not a big fan of relying on other people to do our dirty business, especially when it has got to do with infiltrating Babylon 5.
Are you asking me to hack medical database, Landis?
Are you saying that you ethically can't? I'm skeptical of that claim.
I've traveled a lot. I've picked up some skills.
This is a
Like
fight.
that movie. Take it 27.
If we can even get basic information of, if it's just casual conversation, we find out a wee bit more that allows us to look into it.
Okay.
I mean, Jakar's just wanting a wee bit of leverage. He doesn't even have to have the full information. If he's just got enough to suggest that he knows more, that might be enough to tip it in his advantage.
So he just wants to know what these Minbari did in Med Bay back in February.
Yeah, he knows something's happened there.
He just needs logs there, right?
So, and I could be just requesting to look at some medical records and per chance scroll through logs back in February.
You're going to have to put it on a data crystal, I'm assuming. Dr. Turner, I
Yes.
mean, how do you feel about doing something like that to begin with?
I mean, it sounds highly unethical. And if I'm caught, then it could cause quite some big problems for me. But being that I am new to the crew and I just want you guys to be able to feel like you can trust me. It is something that I'd be willing to look at. But if I feel like it's something that would be disadvantageous towards the patients, what this information is, you may not get it.
You don't want anybody to be harmed by this.
Exactly.
We're just looking for information. We don't want
nobody will be harmed by it, then I will see what I can do.
If I respect that. If it means that you cannot get the information or you feel that ethically you can't provide it, I will find other means to make it back up to Jakar.
How much is this gig paying us there, Landis?
If we do it, it's 200,000.
Derek, how much is your gig paying us?
500,000.
And
His
Whimsy,
gig is the shit.
your gig is basically paying us our ship back. So in essence,
Yes.
20 million credits. Not to
Yes.
say that we couldn't solve it a different way.
So
Well, folks, time to decide then.
this is my throw-out. You can say no. I could go to Med while we were prepping to get ready to go to our illustrious captain's destination. I can see what information I can garner from Medbay.
Of course.
Then if that pans out, or if it doesn't, we can still go pick up the artifact. And while in transit to go pick up the artifact, I can let my employer know that we can take the mission, but we'll need about a week in order to get logistics properly handled, so that way we can make it out there to pick up this biological sample. That way we can hopefully get everything, which already sounds like a horrible idea. But
Yeah, you're saying for us to do multiple missions. I'm in agreement with if you could get that medical information before we even launch on doing getting our ship back. I'm for that.
My only issue I see is we got escorted here by Centauri Judiciary to wait for our actual trial. How are they going to react if we are away and they then call the trial and they then don't find us?
I'm not worried about that.
They cannot call a trial in Babylon 5 or Earth Alliance space. That's why we came back here. And look, trust me,
I am not talking about
wheels of justice turn, but they turn with a little lubrication of money and influence.
Well, I'm assuming whoever is stalling the trial until we either help or don't help.
Yeah.
In other words, as long as the Jacaranda stays in Babylon 5 space and we don't make it obvious that we've left. Right.
That sounds about right.
So, retired Colonel Malone, I think we should get that headache checked out at Medbay.
Oh, yeah. I see where you're going. I agree with that. It's decided then.
There's one more issue to be decided before we leave.
Another complication? Never.
There's only space for 5 people on the ship that is leaving to Centauri to get the artifact.
So there's 4 of us.
Who is our registered xenobiologist on the crew?
That would be me.
Excellent. And we will take our xenoastrigator because we need an astrigator. And
Do
frankly,
we take
I
an
don't
astrigator or
consider-
do we take a pilot? I think is the decision.
I mean,
Bad stick them.
I don't like to throw it out there, but technically I can't fly ships.
My goodness, you didn't put down military reconnaissance
I
and,
was in the military.
linguistics in your CV. Wait.
Hey,
I never knew, Doctor.
I flew a lot of ships, offering my service as a medical doctor. Flying just so happened to be one of them.
Yes, I'm a doctor. I know how to fly everything. I know how to strip.
I didn't say everything. I just said I am somewhat adept at flying. Not that
Doctor, that's a good skill to have, and I'm glad you got it.
Strip a machine gun.
Yeah.
Right, Doctor.
Yeah, it's just like surgery. You'll be surprised how they're... How
I've
similar
watched it
they
a couple
are.
of times on TV. I've seen Hogan's Heroes 15 times.
like the doctor can do way too much things. What is this?
I'm a very useful man to have around.
The question
good to see you again.
is still, which one of the NPCs do you want to take along with you? There's only
I
special
want to see our doctor fly. Myself, the astrogator is my vote.
Yeah, I would say
Landers
so.
can
Yeah.
fly.
Landers can fly. Yeah, well, there's at least two people who can fly. Fly this
Perfect.
thing.
I don't trust any of you to get out the star charts, frankly. I mean, you may be able to, but we have someone who's like, he's one of those people who talks about astrogation at like the dinner table, and you never want to be sat next to him.
So,
Like, what do you do?
We
And
actually
like,
need-
I do astrogation. It's fantastic.
So
Let me
the
tell you
question
about my
is-
thesis.
are we taking fear or not?
I think we're taking fear by the sense of
Yeah.
the doors.
I mean, and not to mention he does, have some knowledge in the sciences, and that could be helpful because
Plus, he's Centauri, right?
he is Centauri.
Exactly. So,
Exactly. And I have my science kit.
science,
paid
bitches.
So yes, I am all for doing xenobiologies and stuff.
That reminds me. I don't think we put the credit. Oh yeah, we did put the dead in there.
So, all right. So we're taking fear.
And
Because
I
we
imagine
can fly,
there's
and we need somebody who can, help us properly, navigate jump gates. That would be helpful.
Well, let's
I mean,
talk to the crew. Let's get stuff going.
General talk to the crew. We'll be going away. Here is some spending money. Do not fret. Remember to go to bed at 10 o'clock and don't play with knives or the stoves on the ship, and have fun.
Captain, if I may make a suggestion.
Of course.
Let Dr. Turner and I go over to check out the med bay, and you and Landis talk to the rest of the crew.
Absolutely. Co-Captain Landis. We have
Co-captain?
a briefing to announce.
Oh, he's got a promotion. Let's look.
He does.
He gave you a promotion. We got it.
I like the cut of your jib, boy. Arr.
I'd like to cut your jib.
On
Hey,
the
whoa,
subject
we don't
of
go for that here.
cutting,
We're morally upstanding citizens.
on the subject of cutting, let us cut to the next scene, which is our two heroes entering the medbay. So, welcome to Babylon 5 Medical. How may I help you? Says the local nurse as he looks from behind the desk at you.
Hello, Dr. Derek Turner. You might remember me. I've been helping down here.
Yes, I
bless
didn't
you.
recognize you in civilian.
Yeah. My crewmate here, he's been having some
Yeah, you
headache
got a
issues.
couple headaches.
I just wanted to see if I could just take a bed and do a few quick scans to just make sure everything's okay with him.
The nurse turns to look over his shoulder towards the examination tables, and they seem to be. Oh, there seems to be one free, so he's like, well, sure, just make it quick.
Okay, thank you.
And you are given access inside to one of the examination tables to scan the individual in question.
Doc, I'm here to help out in whatever way you
Well,
want.
right now, I guess pretend to be sick.
I could do that.
Is there like a computer console like near
Yeah.
me?
Yes, there is the console attached to the sick bed or the examination bed.
An eye out for you.
Yep. Like, just make sure to let me know if anybody's coming. Just cough real loud.
Yeah. Don't worry, I'll make a big old fuss and distract if I need to.
This is excellent spot for Noah to roll me recon.
Oh, I like it. Here we go.
The-
Recon,
the-
what type of
Using all those
intelligence?
skills.
Since you are trained in the art, I can see it being educational intellect at your discretion.
I like it. Here we go. Boom. And then I just click on OK over here.
Ah. Someone's
Cool.
keeping an eye on things. Okay, excellent. Meanwhile, what is the doctor up to? Hacking?
I mean, I wouldn't like immediately start hacking. I would see if the information, like, if I can pull up the logs for that day and see if it's just there. Because, you know what I mean? Normally, unless it's like some real crazy shit was happening, they don't typically like lock down general medical logs. So
Yeah.
I would first look at the logs for that day if there's anything about Minbari. And if I have to hack, then I will go from there.
Yeah. To your great surprise, there is no mention of a Minbari patient that day. There is no mention of a Minbari visit that day. And there is no mention of anything unusual happening that day. But you also notice an odd lack of any notations for a few hours.
Crap, like nothing can ever just be easy, black and white.
Yeah, if it
How's
was
it going,
easy, they
Doc?
wouldn't be
Did you find
paying
what you
you.
need?
Not yet. All right, now I will attempt to hack.
Right, fair enough. That would be computers and electronics computers. And I don't believe you own a hacking program. So I do assume that's going to go with a Bane.
Do I? No, that's on my personal laptop.
I think they'll start questioning you. Pull up your laptop and do the wire.
Did we not anticipate?
And here's what I prepared earlier.
I can assume you brought your laptop with you. You can hook it up and use the hacking program if you want to.
I feel like that would be way too like.
That is a
Like,
great thing, and I appreciate that.
Oh, that no, I'm not. I wouldn't bring my whole laptop. Does not seem inconspicuous at all.
Dr. Turner.
Yes. Yes.
That's all right.
I just pull out a laptop, like hook it up, like USB. No.
How about your little USB? I don't know.
like a Palm Pilot or something. Space smartphone.
Do you need any help or any more
That's a
help with that?
horrible role.
That's
Which
a
is the
horrible roll.
Exact same. Either way.
Yep, you seem to be running into a brick wall. Is not budging at all. You try using the passwords you were using back when you were here working, and somebody's up on their game, and as soon as you stopped working, the password stopped working.
Any luck yet, Doc?
The one time the IT is up on their game.
Hold on a second. Wait a second. Hold on.
You have run into a firewall. Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
no, I totally forgot. I do have a data bug on me still.
Guys, we have a brand new character who's still learning his sheet.
I mean, I bought a lot of crap that I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll use it one day. No, maybe not.
He's just like opening up his jacket, going, "It's not that one. It's not that one. It's not that one."
You know what? It just turns out security is harder than it takes. We're running out of time here, Doc. I think it's getting a little bit busier out here. You got to do something. Do it quick.
1 second, man. I'm just trying to.
I'm just creating tension,
I
dude.
know,
It's all
you're
I'm doing,
crazy.
buddy.
It's making me nervous. Ah!
That is the point, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now,
If you emotionally, too much.
and now, watch the beads of sweat build up on the player's brow.
I'm a doctor, not a hacker.
Exactly. I'm a doctor, not a hacker. You tell me to do surgery on a member, we are in business, not hacker. Babylon 5 station security.
What the hell is a password?
What does it mean? 8 characters or more? Cinderella, Ariel.
No,
I mean, I wouldn't try again. I mean, if I can't, yeah. I'm trying to think of it. Is there any other way to?
We can come back another time if you need to, Doc.
Yeah, we're gonna have to come back at another time because apparently I can't crack the system. I don't want to try again because that could alert station security on us.
That's smart. I mean, Femi used to be a real good whiz at that, but I had a lot of other ways on here, and
I was going to throw out, technically, I am better than Femi was. Mechanical-wise.
You can claim that
You can say statistically.
Yeah. There's that one. It's that errant one that always gets you. Had it been a 2, I might have been all right.
Right, well, Doc, figure out what we need, and we'll come back with what we need. These nurses out here are...
Okay. All right, I continue to do my scan and check the Colonel's brain waves to make sure his headache's okay.
Yep.
I'm gonna actually do a legitimate scan, so there's records of me doing it, not just I came in here bullshitting and then didn't do anything. So I'm actually going to do scan on his brain and all that other stuff.
Roll me a medic check with education and give it a +2 for having the state-of-the-art equipment of Babylon 5 MedLab.
Wow.
+2?
As opposed to Babylon 5 WebMD.
This is where we actually find out that Noah's got like a metastatic tumor.
17.
Oh, thanks, buddy. Thanks. Yeah. Actually, that would explain a lot.
Yeah.
I roll a 17 because, I'm actually good at this.
Holy moly.
Oh my god.
I'm a very good doctor.
He finds that there's actually a blood clot that's going to form in like 25 years' time that they can operate on right now and save you from that.
For insurance purposes.
So, is he good?
Well, first of all, he seems to be in perfect physical health.
Okay.
But there is activity in his brain that was not that is where people usually have their telepathic abilities from. He definitely did not have this before when you scanned him while he was unconscious.
This is strange. Very
Did you find Doc?
Yeah, there is a little bit of growth there. There is abnormal brain tissue.
What's that mean right there?
Well, this spot right here? That is generally where psychics, well, they say brain-wise, where psychics stem their powers from. This was not here when I scanned you when I very first saw you. This is new.
Does that mean I'm growing powers, or we don't know?
I don't know. I would have to do some research, and Psychor is typically not very open with their medical research.
Doc, do me a favor. I don't want you to mention this to the crew.
See, the biggest problem is
to Psychor either.
The biggest problem is this is now on file here at Babylon 5. So now I really have to make it seem like I just did nothing but fucking bullshit. So how do I fucking fake the records to keep it out of his medical records?
Well, the good news is that they do record the image. So that's the bad news. So the image is recorded, but the machine does not make the diagnosis. Okay. So it's just an image among the other images. What is going to alert people is what you put in the diagnosis. If it has certain keywords, that's what they search for. So you can essentially put the normal brain scan, and that should be it, unless somebody is specifically looking at Noah's medical record and has the sufficient knowledge for looking at brain stuffs.
Yeah.
To
Because,
notice
you
the
know,
abnormality.
Nobody would look at, ex-colonel fucking, I don't know what the fuck Noah did in his past life. I want to delete the file.
Right, that's a more trickier part since there is a backup copy and everything, so that would be a hacking thing.
It's just like,
Is it worth it though? Is it really worth it?
did you just
Yeah,
misfile it?
it definitely takes a man of your skill to spot it.
Okay, no, fine. If it takes us,
Or somebody who
if it takes
knows exactly what they're looking for.
Okay.
One of those two.
Clinking, that's
Oh.
harsh.
I
That'll
know.
be fun.
What?
You're a peerless doctor. Like,
Only because I have to share the stream. Yes, Noah does have a brain. We have been wondering.
it's like, yeah, brain activity. I'm like, shocking. The
Anyways,
reveal.
continue. That was so good.
Yep. Okay. You know what? I'm not gonna delete it. I'm just going to annotate in this file that brain activity is normal for a man of his age, gender, and blah 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 blah. You know.
Hey, why don't you put further testing needing? That way we could come back. Or just, I'll leave it up to you. I'm not a doctor. I don't know how to, all that jazz.
I could have just stayed on Centauri Random World and had fun with Centauri nurses, but no. Okay. I don't want to put anything there. You literally told me not to tell anybody. Now you
No, Doc. I agree. I'm sorry I didn't mention that. We got to get out of here. Let's go back
Yep.
and just come on back at a second time.
Yep, that's what we do. I leave. And we
So
leave.
you leave it in the records and go away.
Yeah, but I say that normal brain activity, nothing negative found.
Yeah. Just routine scan, nothing abnormal found. Prescribed ibuprofen. Ibuprofen. How do you pronounce it?
Ibuprofen.
Ibuprofen.
Ibuprofen. Yeah.
Oh,
Potato,
ibuprofen.
tomato,
It's
everybody says it.
ibuprofen in Germany, so hey, whatever.
Yeah. Prescribed spirits.
You don't mean to mix those, man.
Unless
Yeah.
you want a really good one.
So actually, this is what I do. Noah, how much money? Wait a minute. Question. I mean, because I know this is probably metagaming, but would any of us know about the Bug Man in?
Does
Down
any
below.
of you have Streetwise?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I do. I
They
think
do.
it's streetwise.
Those with Streetwise, yeah, sure, why not? Anyone who knows anything about it would know the Bugman.
Intellect, education.
No, if
Social.
you have it trained, it's good enough.
Yep. Okay. Yep. So I was like, if we really want to, we could. It probably would cost us a little bit, but
Nagrath is his name.
we could ask Nagraf. I mean, I feel like that would be more advantageous than us hacking. And if some of his people get caught, then who cares?
All right. Well, let's head out of here and we'll talk about that. I think I can. I think I know a guy who knows a guy.
Okay.
Right. So you are off to the races and you want to find Nagrath.
Yeah. How do we do that?
Finding Nagrath is easy. Getting to talk to him is not. So you guys are pretty much unknowns in the underbelly.
Mm-hmm.
So I would assume that is going to be an persuasion check to persuade some of his bodyguards that yeah, you are on legit business. Well, exactly not legit business, but your intentions are genuine.
I'm fucking horrible at that.
Doc, you want me to talk to them?
I mean, I feel like this might. You are a big guy. You know, you seem a little intimidated. I feel like this would definitely be your thing.
No worries. Besides, I know a couple of people.
We saw how, big guys and the graph work out. in the series.
All right, let's light this firecracker. What do I need to do? I need to contact somebody down below.
Just
That's the underground portion, right?
And yes, it's persuasion check to persuade someone to do your bidding.
Hey, I'm looking for a guy who knows something about computers to fix a problem I have with them.
So persuasion is to get to Nagrath, and then we can start talking about pricing.
yep.
All right.
This is just to
here
get
we go.
past, the retinue.
Unmodified. Not good.
Not good. You've been seen working with the security, so people,
Yeah.
anyone with any sort of self-preservation is quick to end any conversation with you and just move along, or just keep it in the niceties as far as they can. And you notice that even people you know to be sort of in the underground are like, nope, I know nothing about that. I'm just a honest businessman, just doing business with these 3 cups.
That tracks.
Would you like to guess under which cup is the ball?
Yeah, so that's businessman. Yes.
I'm just an honest businessman. It's an honest
Sorry,
game.
Doc. I struck out at this as well.
Well,
This-
unfortunately, we won't be able to.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, we won't be able to help him. I mean, we tried.
yeah. That
Back to the Jacaranda and see what the other crew are up to. Or we got a plan B.
So, meanwhile, in Jacaranda, what is your goal? Getting ready, talking to the crew, prepping them for the several days of departure.
Absolutely. I'd just like to, I guess, from a high level, in terms of roleplay, just check that the crew is all good. If there are plot hooks there, we can expose the plot hooks, and if not, everything is steady. There's not a mutiny in progress. Someone's wife hasn't died. All that kind of stuff.
Oh, there's actually some new information there.
Go on.
Regarding Miana, but I'll let Wooster do his thing.
So yeah, actually, I think that should be Landers who is going to tell Zadora how he feels about the situation, since he's there.
Oh, thanks.
Yes, hot seat. Let's see how you can take it.
So, Sadora, what do you want to know about what's happened?
Look, I've been away on Earth trying to get this trial lined up, and although we've exchanged emails, you know how it is when you write an email. Sometimes it can be hard to verbalize what you want to say, and you're someone who I trust in the running of the ship, so I'd like to sit down and just hear your thoughts on how things have been. How's the crew been? It's a lot of strain for them, I know. So we'll do this. We'll do this in the set the scene. We'll do it in the captain's quarters with a couple of double whiskeys and a little bit of light. Just sort of shooting the shit.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna go. What? So we're in your quarters. I'm gonna go. I think this one's quite nice, isn't it? And
Yeah. Okay, I noticed that the level of it has gone down significantly from when I eyeballed it prior to my leaving. So,
Yes,
I
it
know-
indeed
I
has.
take note.
I know nothing about it. Let me pour the drinks.
Let me pour it.
Yeah, and I end up pouring a very, you say a double whiskey, it's more like a full glass. There, my definition of a double is different to yours.
It's good. It's like your sixth whiskey of the evening rather than your
Yeah.
first. Okay.
And I pour myself one there, and it's
Yeah. So, how have you been? How's the crew been? How is everyone else? I want to hear it from you.
Which member of the crew do you want to start off with, then?
Well, let's go with those who are not co-owners.
Mhm.
Though, so, we do pay them well and we do pay them regularly, but a smoothly running ship is, as you know, sort of what you want. There's been no marriage breakups, no debt issues, no one has suddenly gotten sick of the other person snoring.
Well, Durog was... Not Durog, Dugar, sorry, was very concerned with us being stranded in Norn space. I think if we find ourselves in a situation there like that again, having some sort of provision that would at least allow him to get back to at least neutral territory would be appreciated by him. I think the same to the other crew members, Miana and Fear. If we were, say, in Norn space and something was to happen to us there, Centauri's traveling by themselves, and Norn space do have issues the same Norn traveling in Centauri space have. So I think we might want to look into things that we can do.
A repatriation clause in their contract. We can set some money aside for that in the.
And I think this is where we might want to try and get agreements with maybe the ambassadors, where they, even if it's not, in the eyes of the law, recognize agreements, but agreements between gentlemen would be appropriate. Just gonna say. I'll pick some up tomorrow. Okay. Agreements between gentlemen, I think, would be the most appropriate there in that regards, because the last thing is we'd probably rather not draw attention to that. But if they know it's there, it will guarantee the crew's loyalty. I'm not sure about what sort of repatriation clauses we would need for Fraser, because the Trassies do kind of keep to themselves compared to the other races.
So, okay, look, we'll call in some legal representatives. It's not too much of an issue, Interstellar law is a developing and complicated field, and it's something where, frankly, I just prefer to throw a little money at the problem and get it solved by the experts rather than trying to hash it out ourselves. The last time I tried my hand at law.
Yes.
No, I will not. It was not.
I think
not
they
on me.
objected with Star Fury cannon fire.
But the crew's otherwise in good form.
Most of them are, yes.
Yeah. Fraser, Miana.
Degar, as I said, I think Degar. I think we've got to start trying to turn. I mean, we're breaking even at the moment, but if we want to keep the crew on, at least there, we want to make sure that we minimize the impacts certain things like this, because I'll be honest, Degar did make it honest to me that when the ship got impounded, Miana and Fear were looking at packing their bags there because it looked bleak to them. So getting things like this in place would be to our advantage there. In regards to Fraser, he didn't really bring anything up with me. I think his main issue was the fact that the Ferroro and the restricted access to him flying there. And we did kind of have him babysit Miana for some bits, and he's kind of maybe a wee bit unhappy about that, so we might have to give him a wee bit of a bonus there to compensate. fear he ended up doing some contact work with his family, so you might want to just clarify and see how he is. I think the fact that we've now got him back doing his job, he'll probably forgive us for that, so I think we can get away without...
Certainly, we can work on him while we're on the mission. And Miana, I do need to ask, between you and her, there's nothing going on, is there?
Everything between myself and Miana is strictly professional. I have expressed my gratitude for her duties to the ship. I think you may want to make sure that our good doctor does the same. I heard something about dozens of Starlaces being sent to our room.
So
There.
how many shades of jealousy is over Landis's face at the moment?
I am trying to keep a straight face, but when I'm like saying I'm saying Starlaces, I'm literally going, yeah, he sent about it's like that's coming right through. Starlaces, dozen, 10 of them there. I think the poor girl might be a wee bit besotted with him.
I will have a discussion with our dear doctor. Look, what he does is his own business, deviant though it is, but we can't have it impact crew morale.
Exactly.
Thank you. And yes, how are you? How's the wife, by the way? Another round of drinks. Well, we've gone from the professional stuff to the right. Let's just do a little male bonding.
The wife, yeah.
Cheers! Let us cut to the next option.
Thank you.
So this is.
Let's go to the important stuff. Yeah.
Oh right. So the crew gathers. You are sitting up to get on board your next transfer. over at the EA Griffin. It's actually a military corvette with a full military complement. It's currently over, and there's even an Air Force commander on board who is taking you in to the passengers lots. Greetings, I am Commander Williams. Welcome aboard the Griffin. Please stay seated in your spots, and we will be in our destination in about 3 days. I am to let you know that your pending court case will be waiting for your return from this expedition. Do you have any questions for me?
No.
Are we all here?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, we're all here being briefed.
quick sidebar. Are we going to take the biological life mission
Yeah, why not, man?
when we get back? I mean, I'm not saying doing it now, but I just want to say, at least so I can be like, hey, we'll take it. We need X days,
Pending.
you know what I mean, before we can, you know what I mean, to prepare.
What I'm going to do is, I'm assuming you guys have told me about your issues with the med lab, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to send a message discreetly to Jakar. I'm going to say, I've had my associates look into this. We can actually ascertain, according to the med lab records, know what, on the date you gave us, there's no record of him in Barrett being seen to, but there is quiet logs at so-and-so time. I can appreciate this might not be enough. I am willing to pay back myself a fee to you for the lack of information I've been able to give you as a gesture of goodwill there, to maintain relations to you. But I think you may want to look If it wasn't the Minbari that was getting medical attention, who was getting medical attention at that time? That might be the key to the situation.
Okay, this seems like a diplomatic approach. So roll me diplomacy. A diplomat. See how well this goes with Jakar.
Yes.
If it
Sorry,
was
we
me,
failed
that would
you.
be like, I already knew that. Why would I hire you to find out what I know?
Succeed where we failed.
7 there.
7. Okay, that's a 7. So yeah,
What skill are you using?
diplomat.
I actually do have diplomacy.
Yeah, but you're using diplomacy in what?
Oh, hold on.
You
Good
roll
point.
at a -1.
Hold on. Good point. There.
It's a +0 mod, so. Oh yeah, it is a -1. Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. Let me use my social for that then, because that surely be appropriate. There.
So what would be your mod for that?
That would put it up to 2. There.
So 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10.
2d6 plus 2 would be 10, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I've just been stupid. I've just noticed I need to actually make sure I change it to the appropriate.
Yeah.
Actually,
Come on, why would you use
Roll20
that
is kind of goofy, guys. Roll20 has some weirdnesses when it comes to Traveler.
I mean, it's such a popular system that there's constant improvements to the sheets.
No, I'm
Do you-
quite amazed, and I'm great
do you
with
want me
Roll20, doing a good job, but I'm going to shut up now.
do you want me to re-roll that, Wooster?
Yeah,
There.
that's 4 + 4 + 3, right? No.
Yeah, if I was to do it on my social, I'm on a 13, so is that +2 mod?
You can't use social with
Oh,
non. You have status with the Centauri.
Right, okay.
So
So
that's
that
intellectual education here.
intellect will be a +0.
So
It'll
that's
be-
a total of 8.
Yeah.
So that's fair enough.
Okay.
That actually does not decrease your standing with the non-regime.
Yeah. That's
So-
all I'm doing. Is like, this is why I'm offering that wee bit of, if you want, I'm happy to actually pay you back a wee bit of money as a gesture there, you know? Hopefully he just goes, no, actually, you don't have to do that, you know? I'm hoping he's not going to call me on it, you know? It's just the acknowledgement, you know? It's like when you get customer complaints, you say, oh, I'm very sorry about that. I'm happy to raise a complaint there, but the fact that you've actually mentioned it,
Yeah, let's get back to the briefing.
yeah.
Right. There is no immediate response, but eventually there will come a. Well, I am disappointed, but I understand you have your allegiances to take care of.
Well, for mine, I will say we will accept, but we need 3 there, 3 back. That's 6 plus.
Whatever it takes down there. So
Yeah, so I'm like,
a week.
oh, 10 days.
10 days. Let's see. They might or might not agree depending on how reliable you are. That's. I'll give you a bonus of +2 for being a having a. Sorry, I'll give you a boon for you having worked for them before. But this is a some sort of social check, either diplomat or persuade.
I actually am trained in diplomat, so I'll use that. So there's intellect
Yeah,
or education.
intellect.
Okay. Whew. That's a 7. Man, I keep rolling these ones. No. Okay, that's
No,
5,
It's the
8. 9.
let's see what the boon. The boon actually gives you a 9. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the boon.
It's a bit annoying that you have to actually hover over that with a mouse to see what the dice are. Would help
Yeah.
if it was immediately available,
Yeah.
or it would give you a boon / bane totals.
Yeah, like, yep, it would be helpful.
That would be much better. But yeah, I'm not the one who is doing these macros, so I can't fix it.
It's a
Anyway,
lot of work.
anyways, the reply comes in. 10-day delay will be acceptable.
Cool.
And
Cool. So in terms of the briefing, I'd like to just get a high level overview of what precisely we're doing. I'm going to assume we've been briefed and that we know. As a GM, what can you tell us about what we're doing?
right now that you have actually committed in the discourse, the information will be provided to you. There is a small but rather lucrative business of tech hunting going on, and they have hired Earth Force corvette to transport their exploration vessel to a so-called dead world and pick it up. You have a crew of cadets who are not in current military engagements, and this is a training mission for them, and they're making a sweet buck for the Earth Alliance military as well. And the object is an old Centauri artifact known as the Eye. This needs to be recovered for a client on Babylon 5. And the payment has been previously agreed upon and will be handled upon your return.
Jimmy, is it a relative of mine who wants this? Do I know why?
Apparently, it is. You get the image that this is a favor to your relative's friend. It goes apparently a business dealing of some sort. However, there has been reports of defense mechanisms surrounding the relic, and that's why you will be requiring certain professionals on this job. The Earth Alliance is not interested in some sort of a non-technological device, as it is a bauble in their opinion, and they are not willing to risk their manpower for it. However, the company is.
From a high-level perspective, what do we need to, roll to, have more background about tech running or the precise details of the mission or all that kind of
Why
stuff?
do you need a xenobiologist?
Yeah, exactly.
They're asking us. I'm assuming because it is a very important Centauri artifact. I'm not even needing really to roll education here.
Landis, what can you tell us about this eye?
Well,
I might not be able to give all the exact details, but I can at least surely give the generics.
Sure. Yeah, sure. That would be good enough.
Yeah. I would just go. I'm not able to give you the entire history of it, but that is one of our more important artifacts. It's been missing for quite a few generations. Now, at least 100 years. Went missing during a battle.
And you're okay with us dropping this off, giving it to somebody else? Who are we dropping this off to?
My assumption is there is no value to Earth for this. The only value is to the Republic. It is to you humans. It will just be no more like another gem. It's the significance of it to our people that makes it.
I'm going to just put out a hypothesis, but I'm assuming the Centauris are probably pretty much pay the worth of a small planet to get this thing done.
Yes, that I would not be surprised. Whoever was to secure the artifact and return it to the court would be in great favor. there.
So I just want to get this. I just want everybody to be aware of this. We're going to help get this artifact back, possibly, to give to some corporate person who's going to probably make millions upon millions upon millions of credits, probably 3, 4, 5 times worth what the ship is, and we get. I mean, of course, we don't go to jail, but we still owe however much left on the ship. Am I correct on that assumption?
I think one of the things we could do is try and control who actually bids for the gem.
We don't got control of nothing.
Yeah.
We're taking a mission.
No,
We do this thing, we get our ship back. It's that simple.
No. I'm not saying we tried to take the gem. I'm not saying that.
No, I'm just saying that maybe we say, hey, is there any way we can get our ship paid off? At least the debt, a little bit smaller.
Or maybe see who they're willing to sell it to and see. Because I'm thinking if Londo's got, he might not be in the best place, but he still actually has some wealth and power. And he is a direct link to the government.
I'm just scared that and asking for more money after we've agreed for the job.
No.
And asking, hey, who's this going for, and how can we make more money off of
This
this?
is true,
It's
but
gonna be bad.
I'm just throwing out that I was able to buy shares of your ship.
I got no problem with trying then.
Mhm.
I would say we can at least ask, hey, is there a possibility that some of our ship debt gets,
We could
But I would say
ask very nicely.
I would
not people to offend.
exactly, but I would wait until after we get it and we are able to validate it is what it is first. We do the work
Exactly.
first and let our work speak for itself.
Yeah, let's try not making plans before we got the thing. Yeah,
Exactly.
That's something to think about. We got 3 days, so
briefing.
Okay.
What sort of resistance are we going to run across?
Reports are sparse as the archaeologist or the archaeology team was not willing to endure it, but apparently there are some sort of biological creatures out there that are hostile, as well as some mechanical devices that don't seem to be considering the biological as a threat, except for Earth humans and other intelligent life. Apparently they have some sort of detection systems. And
So we're
aside
going
of
to run
that,
across some animals and dumb robots.
exactly.
is there any scans on the of the biological life forms that we can look at?
Yes, we'll have the information sent to your quarters. You may examine them en route.
Okay.
Okay. Just to abstract. I'm a ship's captain. I know how to plan things, despite the fact that the things I plan don't always go correctly.
Yeah.
I look at our mission briefing. I look at the assets that we have. Is there anything that stands out to me in terms of either administration or leadership that we would be lacking for this mission?
What you
We're
would be
definitely lacking leadership. I'm sorry, Cap. I'm sorry. I just couldn't resist.
Look, once we get to space, you're all mutineers. I have you flogged and thrown overboard. I've already put someone out the airlock. Don't think I won't do it again.
I'm sorry. Oh, snap.
The funny thing is, you
I'll
spaced the
do
guy
it
that
again.
actually supported you.
That was a good clapback.
He supported me. Just think what happens when you don't. But yeah, in terms of, I guess was just a high level abstraction. I just want to roll admin or leadership just to take care of any last minute details that may stand out to me.
Fair enough. Please do so.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, God, that's funny.
And the doctor can roll xenobiology to figure out some sort of ways to counteract the biologicals.
Okay.
I like this.
If the soldier wants, he can figure out something against the alien robotics.
So this.
I'm just gonna roll my military tactics because that's what I'm gonna do. That's interesting.
That's a 9.
9. This time it's an actual 9.
Yes.
Okay. Well, Sonora can proudly look at the arrangements, and seeing his crew at work, he decides that yes, things are going hunky-dory. There's nothing he should do about it. So sticking your hands out of the mess is the best option.
That's leadership.
Yes.
I respect it.
Xenobiology-wise, you have the option. You have the time to either make special PPG munitions that make more damage against these creatures, or you can make deterrent devices that will lower the likelihoods of an ambush. As these are predator types, so they prefer to ambush you.
So I will leave that up to my crew counterparts. Like, so you guys want a deterrent or more bang for your buck?
Surely there's a big predator on this planet that these things are afraid of. Might not be the most.
Let's not make any assumptions. The choices are:
Do you want
do
to
we hit harder, or do they make them hit us less hard by preventing an ambush? I think I'm always a fan of overwhelming them with overwhelming force.
One for bullets.
Flank, fire.
Anybody else for bullets? Bullets.
Look, Malone, you're the infantry professional here. We'll go with whatever you feel is best.
Okay. So the colonel said bullets, so I'm making bullets.
Fine. So essentially, what this means, each of you is going to get a PPG pistol with a special clip, and if you use these plasma bolts against these specific creatures, they will do double damage.
Oh,
Double. Every damage point counts for 2. The bad news is, against any other creature, they do only half damage.
Do we have a description of the creatures?
Yeah, seems to be 4-legged lizard-like creatures with a lot of fangs.
Okay.
4-legged reptile creatures with a lot of fangs.
Yes.
Do these creatures exude any type of pheromones?
Yes, that would have been the other portion of your.
Well, it's more of a like, I'm not trying to make a turn. I'm just trying to, like, I don't know what I'm asking for.
Me neither. That's why I'm curious.
It's more of a is it not a term, but like, I don't know. I guess that would be the same thing. Because, like, just
masking or smell. Is there anything like?
Not masking or smell. Like, something I can be like, okay.
Yeah, that would have been the deterrent research.
Like, hey, there's a high level of this pheromone, so they're either going to try to eat us or try to sleep with us. That's what I'm trying to.
Yeah, you decided to focus on the offensive capability of your weapons versus their defenses.
I think that I'd rather be eaten alive now.
So your research takes too long to get answers.
Okay. So you're saying there's a chance we might get mounted by 4-legged lizard creatures?
I ain't saying nothing.
Okay.
Derek, what you do?
I'm gonna take Derek aside for a hurried conversation, like a side corridor. Look, Doctor, I know that we haven't had a chance to meet, but I want to talk to you just about your relationship with some of our crew members and how we like to.
I gave you a physical. I've seen you naked.
What is this about being mounted by 4-legged lizard creatures?
I'm just saying that we have no clue why these things are attacking humans. I just want to cover all our bases.
Well, they're attacking us because we're alien.
They love us.
Going into a hostile territory. It's
Exactly.
going to be protected by guardians, robots, and the way over there is animals. We're going to have a small crew with us of just normal cadets.
I'm just
Can't
throwing
rely
out
on them to do shit.
there are some animals out there, some alien animals out there that implant their eggs into the bodies of their prey.
Are you getting like overly enthusiastic as you describe this?
I'm just throwing out science, and you guys are thinking.
Doc,
I think it's gonna be
These
hard
animals try to plant
Let's
anything
use
in me.
medical-
You
I'm
can't
plastic. Give me a
even
chance.
blame me for this.
I'll just
Not
throw-
this time.
look.
In terms of the campaign, just sins.
No, my job is to make sure everybody gets in and gets out in the best medical condition possible. I can't do that
Blanky,
without all.
You're a
variables.
nasty man. You know that.
You're just jealous because I got there before you did.
Yeah. Blinken's just put up. Doc has personal experience with this.
Doc, on that note,
Yes.
we're probably going to be having to kill a bunch of these little, I don't know, four-legged lizards.
So how
You know
many
how to fire? How good are you at firing a gun?
I guess we'll find out.
Do you like killing?
For a second,
So,
I thought no, it's going to be
particularly
how
jealous,
hard are you going to be about killing off potential waste?
So let's
Sorry.
move on, boys. Let's move
Please,
on.
please, thank you so much.
Because I mean, unless you want to see me shoot, I mean, I don't think there's a shooting range on this ship.
Noah has been using his marine experience to. Well, the logs of the event are made by civilians, but what you figure out from the scans and attacks and when they happen and where they happen, you notice that they seem to have specific firing arcs, and you are able to avoid them to get to a closer range than the civilians by using natural cover. This means you will get a bonus on when you want to initiate a combat with them. Combat with the defensive installments. Essentially, you are able to start in cover, and you are able to start with surprise round just by deciding you want to do this.
Yeah.
Assuming you don't run into any unexpected defenses.
Do we know any more information about the actual
Thanks,
defenses there?
What?
Like, do we know? Do they even have an idea who actually placed the technology there in the first
Probably
place?
Centauri.
Yeah, the archaeological team has a few notes on the issue, and they say that the technology is radically different to the ruins themselves. So they are most likely a latter emplacement.
Right.
Somebody has placed them there since the ruin of the civilization larger. Probably a previous archaeological expedition that has been less successful.
Yeah, and they've not been able to identify the tech. Okay,
Yeah, pretty much.
okay, right. They know what it does, but they don't know who. Right. Okay.
All right, guns all around.
Yeah.
Here's one frag grenade for all of you. One.
Yeah. Blinken, roll for sees.
Couple smoke grenades on me.
What do you say?
I'm just passing out gear. One frag
I'm
grenade,
over Z.
smoke grenade. Maybe no frag grenade for you, Doctor. Here's a little bit of armor. Basic outdoor armor. I got my armor. Weapons galore, passing all the stuff out. Medical supplies, scanners.
Okay, you passing the armor like what? Because I have normal cloth armor, so that's a +5 protection for me.
That's what I got too.
All right, so that's what
And I got my good stuff, but I don't have anything for you. I mean, I got just basic armors all the way around.
Okay.
We're gonna
And this-
try to keep you alive then. Do not get engaged unless you have to.
And this is when I pull out this very large case, and I open it and I pull out a rifle.
Oh shit!
Will they issue you that on graduation from medical school, or do you need to do a postdoctorate for that?
Yeah, that's where I'm doing sutures.
That's for defense.
I got this on a one of the ships I used to serve on as a medical doctor. It was a gift, parting gift.
Doc, do you mind if I take a look at that?
Sure. I let him take a look at it.
I'm just like looking at the thing, and I'm just going with, could that rifle be any bigger?
Hey, Doc, that's nice. I like it.
Yeah, Blanket, that's how he's been getting that around customs. He's been saying it's medical equipment.
Yeah. Like, yeah, it's medical.
Yeah, I'm going to cauterize his room and just also at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. It's for cauterizing wounds. That's what it's for, nothing else.
Well, like I said, I prefer this anyway because it keeps me generally out of close range issues, and you know I can support you guys from further away.
I take that opportunity to put one of my little trackers on the on Dr. Derek.
What do you do? Do you just give him like a like a sort of collegiate slap on the ass?
It's literally a little pin. It's just there to track friends or foes. There's nothing weird or conspicuous about this, folks.
So you've just like done like that, yeah, you're good. That sort of thing, is it? Right.
Yeah.
Yep, right up. Right, so the only way to the ruin that they suspect that holds the eye is indeed guarded in all known directions by these mechanical beasts, the mechanical defenses. The beasts themselves are unknown, but prone to attacking stray archaeologists. Their presence is sporadic. How do you want? Fear is like, do I really have to come with you?
We chose you, Veer, because you're good at astronomics, and we need you to get us there as best as possible.
Because
they're not letting me touch the astrometrics at all, so
it's because you're our favorite Fear. That's why.
Thank you.
We're gonna need you to. If we run across any electronics or robots, we're gonna need you for that.
I'll see what I can do.
Any tech. Load up on whatever technical gear. We do not want you engaging the enemy. We want you hiding.
Yeah,
I can do that. I definitely can do that.
As like the others like turn around, I'm just gonna like tap Fear on the shoulder, and I'm going, yeah, I agree with their sentiment. You stay behind us.
Yeah, where the lizards can eat me.
If anything happens,
or was it mount me? What were you talking about?
Veer, we're not gonna let nothing happen to you.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you gotta watch out a little bit for yourself. Yeah. Don't get yourself in danger. Do not be a hero. Do not try to let us do all the dangerous.
I tuned my scanners to spot any enemies, so hopefully this will help.
Yeah.
I got both mechanicals and lizards on this, so maybe I can spot any trying to get to us. Hopefully.
Yeah.
We'll see what's going on.
You're the man, Veer.
Yeah. I'm just gonna like turn like Fear just off to the side a wee bit, and I'm just gonna look. If anything happens to me, you let your family know, and you let your family know what we were looking into here. It's the eye. We need to make sure that the Republic secures it.
Well, let's just hope it doesn't come to that.
Exactly, but I'd rather
Yes, I know. It's a big deal. It's a big symbol, and hooray, all that. I just wish we could make a new symbol instead of staggering with the old ones. Why can't we make the Eye of Turhan or something?
I'm just gonna go, come on, Jado, where's your sense of adventure? What's the worst that can happen?
I have the carry lizard babies in me.
I can
I'm sure Dr. Turner was just telling us some weird stories to scare you, that's all.
I think it's just been watching too much of that human movies. I think they call it. They go into stupid things and stories.
Yeah.
Nothing to worry about.
Yeah. I prefer a good old hologram any day. So,
Space is dark and mysterious, guys. Dark and mysterious.
well, let us go find the eye that cannot see.
Can we take a 5-minute break here and then coming back
Yeah,
en route to the planet?
definitely.
Yeah.
We can do this. We can start with the actual encounters.
Combat.
next.
Oh, that means I get to choose a different background for it.
Dun dun dun. So let's
This
take
will
a
be fun.
5-minute break, about, give or take. See
Yeah,
you soon.
not too long. cat.
Oh, we have a jungle cat.
There's the biological animal.
In the jungle.
In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the kitten roars tonight. Oh, wimba wumba wimba wumba wimba wumba
Lion,
wumba wumba.
Oh boy.
We're gonna be muted because Disney is gonna sue us for that one.
Yeah.
Well,
They
if they
won't
sue
sue
us
us.
for that, then we know my singing voice is good enough.
They actually recognize what you were singing.
Yeah, that would be progress on my singing career.
For the record, only because I know shit like this, they would send us a cease and desist letter first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well. With any luck, I'm gonna be Mulan in the next live-action remake. I am
I
far
can see the
Mulan.
resemblances already, right?
Well, to be fair, before you got your hair clipped, you actually had the hair for it.
Yeah, but it can go back by the time they start filming it.
Body, man.
I know that. Yeah, bring back Yellowface and just see how that causes actually.
Yeah,
Are we back?
Yeah, we
yeah,
are.
we're back. We're
Okay,
back.
right, okay.
So,
Hello, everyone.
sorry about this singing bit. Oh,
You know
yes.
us, we're just a bunch of goofy nerds.
Yeah.
What? Nobody told me you're nerds. I'm out of here.
I'm sorry, did Goofy insult you?
Yeah.
See, I said Goofy because of the Disney thing.
Yeah. It's a shame Max doesn't exist now in Disney canon.
Damn.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's-
That's a shame. That is totally
I
a shame. I never thought Disney would do it, but no.
I know.
Goofy's
It's quite funny that Goofy never gets shown with a missus, but he's the one that's got a kid.
Yep.
I know.
I mean,
think
technically,
it's
you look
good
at old
supporting
school
single
Disney,
fathers.
does have a
I think
wife
it's very
in one of
progressive
those.
Disney.
I just never remember. I'm just going with the Goofy movie.
Yeah, because you like look at the old it's 1920s and Goofy's putting together something for the missus.
Oh,
Yeah,
doesn't-
but also completely imaginary at the same time, Frog.
Yes.
But she but she did captivate our hearts.
so is Miana.
Yeah, and she also captivates our hearts for at least 2 members of the crew.
And all the members of the audience.
Two members of the audience.
Well,
There
that's
again.
that's all the members of the audience. So don't,
Yeah.
That's just those who are actively on Twitch. We have other people that aren't.
No, we don't.
Hey man, look, we got a
Let
hype
me
up.
live
okay?
in my fantasy world. All right, getting back in the game, guys. Let's go.
Yeah.
We've got
Let's go.
time's a thing.
Right. So, Landers operating the Twitch. Get on with the show. So, the shuttle assigned to you by the Griffin lands with a complement of Marines on board. This is an training exercise of all, and the commander has assigned the Marine squad to assemble a defensive fortification around the shuttle for your inevitable exit of the planet, so it will be secure once you decide to leave. The Marines have strict orders not to endeavor into the jungle behind you. So if you get lost, if you get stranded, if you get eaten by lizards, well, tough luck. That's none of our concern. And as your shuttle touches the sands of the lakeside, which was chosen for landing, its doors open and the Marines exit in orderly fashion. Bit sloppily by the military professional standards, but this is after all a training mission, so it cannot go without a punishment. But unfortunately for the colonel himself, there is a lieutenant here to handle such arrangements. And once the landing site is secured, secured, you are given the permission to leave the shuttle. The noisy jungle singing its cacophonous sounds into your ears as the oddly sulfurous air fills your lungs. He's not dangerous, just smells like rotten eggs. Like faint smell of rotten eggs. Annoying, but not unbearable.
Alright, you guys secure our egress.
Yeah.
We'll be mostly going on. Sorry, Whisperer, were you still talking?
The lieutenant turns to you and goes, Colonel, your target is 2 clicks southeast. You're free to do as you please. We'll be standing here for the next 48 hours or until you come back, whichever happens first. Good luck, soldier.
Thanks, Lieutenant. We'll stay in communication with you. If we need anything, we'll let you know. In the meantime, maintain radio silence. Alright, crew. We got one objective. We're gonna go stealthily into the jungle, 2 clicks southbound. We're gonna identify any threats before we engage. Do not make any more sounds unless we have to. We are in no rush. Our objective is simple. Get to the base, retrieve the item, bring it back safely. Veer, you are not to engage. Doc, you are to engage as least as possible. Let us redo most of the heavy lifting. Any questions so far?
I'm literally got my pressure suit helmet and my arm, and I'm literally already wiping the sweat off my forehead, and I'm going, not really. The sooner we can get off this infernal planet, the better.
Too much
Right.
for this?
Too
Right, folks.
warm and humid.
Get it, unless we gotta.
Okay.
Stealth mode is the way to go. Let's get on it.
I basically do the equivalent of the Centauri version of the bird towards Derek.
I'm trying to make sure you live. Okay, you can die. Have fun.
Backpacks, whatever, all the stuff we have, backpack carrying.
Yeah.
We got 48 hours to get there, and back's gonna probably be a good trip.
All right, sneaky stuff.
You're not that far away. It's 3 clicks, so like 2 miles.
Yeah.
It's not far, but it's far enough to be covered by the tree range, so the whatever is in there can't give a direct shot at you. Now, your journey towards the place will take 3 hours. Mainly because you're dodging trees, canyons, and the occasional biological creature with sufficient size and teeth power to actually be a threat. And that is thanks to Jaddo's magnificent scanning skills going, I think we want to go around this. It looks big and nasty.
And 4.
And you get...
That's fear, right?
Yeah, that's Fear. Fear Jaddo.
Yeah.
You can use the surname if that makes it easier.
Yeah, I think
You know
that
what?
might be the best thing.
I didn't even know he had a surname, because I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
It's in your personal files, you dumbass.
It is.
It
Yeah.
probably is, but I have it everywhere written as fear.
Yes.
Fear. Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
Jetto. Gonna call him Veer no matter what. Malone he always calls everybody by first names.
Well, either way, you do not encounter any hostiles until you start spotting from your hidey holes the mechanical creatures guarding the site. Covered in moss, they are pretty hard to detect from the outside, but thanks to your scanning equipment, you can notice them as they seem to stop for a while, look a bit like moss-covered statues. Then after 15 minutes, it will continue moving again. The change place. how would you call it?
Sentinel or
It's like a
guard
golem.
patrol? It's a patrol.
It looks like a golem that is covered in moss, like shoulder plates of green, some rivulets of moss coverings going down the
Camouflage?
chest. Yeah, almost it looks natural enough to have covered over the time, but then again, these things move like machines with sort of janky motions. And yeah, they are spotted easily from a distance when you know what you're looking for. And indeed, they seem to be guarding a spot that has been built over the ruins. There's some clearly different architectural style hovels that they are circling around. And you can also from this location spot the camp of the previous archaeologists that has been abandoned in a haste, filled with more than a few black areas around it.
Yeah. What obvious signs of fire, stress.
Yeah.
Well, am I correct in assuming that this is our destination? Or at least a path in the destination?
Yeah. Is there any way for either, say, me or Noah to kind of assess if this may be a potential, like even if it's like a very slim path between all the different like fire narcs and potential sensors for the weapons to get
The troll patterns.
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. That would be a recon check, and it will take you 1d6 hours.
I think that's more your skill then, sir, if you want to do that.
If you want to get the +2 to that would be 4d6 hours.
You say hours or days? Oh, hours, yeah.
Hours, yeah.
All right, hang on.
That's a long time.
Hold up.
Uh-huh.
I spot multiple sentinels. Let's hang on here for a second. Let's see what their path is. Education, here we go. Bam.
I think I see a path.
Their pattern is very random.
The pattern is indeed erratic.
Oh, wait, +2. It's a 6. Whatever.
Yeah, it's a double one though. Oh.
Doesn't matter,
It's
though.
double ones. You do see a path.
I fucking love it.
Yeah,
Right, simple, guys.
you definitely notice. Yeah, yep. There is a pattern that they do seem to do this sort of guard change, and when they do, they leave that gap open. It will.
Blind spot right there. That's where we're gonna set up.
Yeah, it's.
Our Pyrian arcs. We're gonna set up our base right there. When I say engage, that's when we're gonna go on it.
All right, you're in charge, my lord.
I'm just
I for one trust our colonel. This seems reasonable.
I'm saying in the back, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm just going to go to our fellow sensor tech, and I'm going to.
Thanks for suggesting that, Landis. That made me roll some nice stuff.
I know. You're welcome. I like showing up how good you are.
Love it.
The statistical occurrence of double ones
Yeah.
that we've been having in the last 5 sessions.
We just have to accept it, guys.
Yeah.
This is gonna be great.
Yeah,
It adds extra tension to the-
I suggest Worcester tries for the finished lottery. You might actually make his fortune instead.
I need to use this double ones on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is good.
Yeah.
I like this.
I love it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just going to go to Jado, and I'm going, right, those beasties there, are there any nearby?
He looks at the scanner and goes, not that, well, there's one nest over there, but that's, well, I think it's a nest because there seems to be smaller versions of them. So, it's over there, but it's It shouldn't be in our way.
Calculated risk. I am then going to slip out the magazine that was designed to be the more effective against the creatures, and go for a normal magazine to put into my PPG then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, good call.
For this, I'm assuming. Just out of curiosity, Noah, what PPG pistols were you stocking in your armory? Was it the Orkans?
Yeah, I got both Arkans. Actually, I've got the rifle and the pistols. The basics. Either choices. I have
So it's the Orkan pistols. Okay, I'm more comfortable with the pistols. That's what I was just clarifying. It's just so I know what stats I'm using. That's all.
I gotta take my Aurelian with the all the attachments on it, because this bad girl always keeps me safe.
Yep.
All right, let's set up. We're gonna move there stealthily. Well, the next time when they come past and turn around, yes, we're gonna initiate and go. I want everybody in cover. I want everybody silent. You wait for my fire, and then after that, we all let loose. Is that understood? All right, let's move.
Yeah.
We're gonna carefully move to the location, get cover, and then bad shit's gonna happen.
It takes you about another half an hour. Half an hour to get to position. Did I roll how long it takes? No, I didn't. That's 6 hours total. 6.5 going. So
Daytime, nighttime. Paint a picture for me, please.
yeah, it's evening. The sun is going down, but it's not yet dark. It will get dark in a few minutes, but this is not the moment. You still have the opportune time to run into there and close to the patrols. You wait in cover of the local ruins for the golems to pass, and as they do, you look around. That golem has its back on you. That golem has its back on you, and you move. Stealthily, you skip across the ruins, go forward, turn left, turn right. Everything is going smoothly. Nothing is wrong. It's all almost too good. And just when you think about it, something jumps on you from behind.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, and that is essentially 3 creatures jumping on the first one to come in, and that would be Noah.
Love it. I love it. All right.
We'll start with the sudden attacks first, because this is how it goes.
Yeah, I was going to
I
know.
would
I'm like,
definitely love to dodge. Or
No, you're surprised you have
that's right.
to dodge.
I'm surprised. Kick my ass. Here we go. Carlos is going down.
I'm definitely like 30, 40 feet behind them. I'm not walking with them.
Yeah. No, you have to be with them, otherwise you are not in the guard change. You have to be in the
What?
if you want to slip past the guard, you have to be with them.
You basically
We're as a group
like
together, dude.
Yeah, you're like
all together.
we're all like kind of huddled there.
It's a commander squad going silently in the night. You can't be too far.
It's like you see how like the SWAT teams move in, they're like one after the other, like just maybe a couple of paces apart. It's like that.
Yeah.
I'll go along with it, but I would not have agreed with that.
Well, the other option is that you're further away in a sniper position, but you're not able to help in any other occasions. Those are the 2 options.
Nope. We've already established that I am in this.
I'm kind of digging that sniper. I'm kind of digging that sniper. Well, who knows? Your choice, buddy.
It's up to yourself. I mean, I can imagine.
Yeah. If you are 30 meters behind, you're too far.
Well, the
but-
thing is that the range of my rifle is 75, and I mean I wasn't going to be max range, but I wanted to be at considerable range to basically.
Yeah. That's the 75 is the first range increment. You can shoot further than that. You just get
penalties.
Yeah, the thing is I wanted to be within the first range increment of them, just kind of watching them in case anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Unfortunately, these golems are gonna have a range that you are either at the second range or you're with them. These are the two.
It's fine. We'll all die together. It's cool. It's cool. Brotherhood.
Yeah,
Let's go.
For all our
Leave it alone.
fans who have been watching us for the last 4 months, we have enjoyed the show with you. And we hope you enjoy the next
I don't
Babylon
know
5.
what we're all worried about. Everything will be fine.
It was fine. We lasted last time.
Yeah,
Guys, we win these.
So,
It's winnable, folks. It's winnable.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Yep.
so from the darkness of one of the corners, shadowed in the evening sun, jumps a veritable horde of large, ferocious creatures that seem to want to eat a certain marine. Their teeth biting into his armor. How much armor did you have, by the way?
I got a lot. Should always forget. Inventory. Has got it.
I thought you had that crazy, insane
It's under
one.
combat.
Like,
Yeah, well, technically it's only one more than you guys have. I think that's 811. Earth Force Experimental Vac Suit, 11 armor.
Oh, hey, new follower. Nice.
Here comes some combat, folks.
Yeah. Well, technically you don't get to screen that because you are being bitten all around, and the first is 12 damage before armor. Second is 14, and the last is 15.
So 134 total damage. I got it. That's a lot. I'm getting my ass bitten to pieces.
yeah, but you're the one that can afford to be bitten to pieces.
That
So-
is my role. Yes.
That's where you get the big bucks.
That is where I get the big bucks. That is true.
Yeah. So these green scaly things are just all around the poor.
Oh boy.
Lincoln, don't
no.
give Wooster any ideas, please. I already put my foot in it. I don't need you to give him any ideas.
All right. So now it's time for initiatives.
1, 4, 5. So that's a total of 8 damage. Oof.
Yeah. Roll initiative. That. Yeah, it's a dex.
Do we get my bonus from the previous?
Really? Double ones on initiative?
No. This is a surprise situation, so you were not prepared for this.
Got it. It's only if we would have got it. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm all good with
Yeah. What?
Well, I have my double ones for the session out of the way, ideally.
it. There it is. Roll
But
initiative.
I did read this. You can use Dex or Int to roll your initiative.
Yeah.
So if you're
I'm
Int,
just going to
it's
go with
better.
one initiative. I think that's hilarious.
Okay, fine. Look at
So
that. No Malone, ready to go.
Malone is second. First is a lizard. On 8.
I'm 8.
On 8 is both you and the lizard.
Okay.
And on 7 is also lizard. So, and then after that is Whimsy on his own.
Yeah. So just reconfirming the Traveler version of initiative, if we are on the same number for initiative, we're basically effectively resolving our actions at the same time. So if we're on 8, we're kind of like, if we're both fighting each other, if we were both to kill each other, we both potentially kill each other.
So if it bites you and kills you, and you shoot it and kill it, you can both die at the same second.
Mhm.
It's just for people who do not know the Traveler system. I just want to kind of clear that up, and also just make sure I am remembering that exactly, and I'm not confusing it with any other game system that I do know, because I do know quite a few. There.
So, right. So first to act is a lizard trying to bite them alone. Lizard continues to bite them alone. Malone is no longer surprised because the initiative has begun and may now choose to dodge or dive the cover or something along those lines.
Yeah,
But-
I'm gonna with my rifle.
Actually,
do
it's a
that.
melee, so you can't dive for cover, but you can dodge or parry.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'd like to do is parry.
Right. Parry would be using your melee skill rank against the attack. So
Absolutely. As soon as I find the skill.
So are you trying? So just so I can get a picture of what you're doing here. No. Are you like bustle? No, rifle butt whipping this thing.
no rifle blocking.
To be honest,
Rifle
my machine gun or my rifle has a chainsaw laser attachment to it.
All
So
right,
I'm
okay.
literally using like the stock end and like blocking
So-
it, and then I may use that offensively, but I'm parrying with my rifle.
Yeah,
Pa,
definitely.
pa.
You can parry.
Okay,
You
okay.
can parry. Go for. And how many ranks did you have?
I have 2, I believe.
Okay, so that's 2 less to his attack, which means he still hits. And he continues to do damage.
I rolled a Nate. Does that work for anything?
That's 12 again.
That's fine. We're good.
Next patient is Malone with his chainsaw.
Did I take 12 damage on that after the parry?
Yeah, 12 damage before armor.
Armor.
Okay,
It's just
perfect.
one.
I'm modifying it right now, and then we're continuing on because I don't want to delay the thing.
Uh-huh.
All right, so there are one of them here in front of me, right?
All of them.
All 3 of them are on top of me.
Yeah.
I probably would not be a very good chance. The closest one, the one that just bit me on there, I'm gonna activate the zzz, and I'm just gonna ram the laser chainsaw right through him and try to rip up.
Right, and you roll the melee there. Unfortunately, that is not enough as he dodges out.
That's
of
not
it.
my melee. That's my previous one for.
Oh yeah, you don't roll defense. You just add
I
the
see.
rank. The
I
rank
see.
is removed from enemy attack. So
Yeah.
that's okay. So roll your melee then.
Uh-huh.
And then it's supposed to be strength. Yeah,
Or-
good.
Or
good.
dexterity. Up to you.
11.
That hits. He has no chances against that.
It's right in front of me. Why shoot it when I could just?
Some evil
Roll me
death.
some damage, will you?
Oh, did it not roll the damage?
No, you used the
That
skill
was a
instead of
skill.
the weapon.
Weapon.
Because I'm a big dummy. That's why, guys.
Yes,
I
you are.
apologize.
My little bit dummy.
Where do we got? Dagger, laser saw. There we go. That's what it does. But guys, it's just a thing that I say. There we go.
17 points of damage before armor. Did it have armor penetration on it? That doesn't say, but
I don't think it does.
eh. Well, anyway, that's still a lot of damage even after the
It's
armor.
basically just a blade.
Yeah. The creature is well mutilated by the blade. It cuts straight into its skin, shedding blood. But unfortunately, it's made of sturdier stuff than that. Next in line is the second lizard. And at the same time, we do believe they have a great lord, Landis Cultist.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Right. So just to make sure, we've got how many lizards in front of us there? Or is it three? We said,
Yeah.
yeah. And they're all on Noah at
Yeah.
the moment.
At the moment.
One's on my back, one's on my chomping on my leg, and one of them is at the end of my rifle.
The way I'm going to describe it is basically I'm putting my pistol into auto there, and I'm taking
Shoot the one on my
basically,
back.
yeah, basically I'm literally putting it as point blank as I can, and going auto into its skull there.
Okay, fair enough. Roll me some attacks, please.
Okay, that's that button. Should be no modifier.
Whimsy, awesome.
So I'm doing the auto attack. So I'm going to need to roll 2 for this, aren't I? Then
Yep.
the second attack.
Ooh, that's a double 6 there.
Mm-hmm.
Have you added your skill modifier to those?
Just to double check in my decks. My skill modifier should be 0 for that.
Okay. Fair enough.
So if I've done it properly, it should be
Yep.
right.
Just checking because it was 0, so.
And that's the second one. There.
So these are all on the creature he wounded, or
The one right on his back. So he's got one in front of him, which he's literally doing that.
okay? So
He's
you're
got
shooting
one there.
another target. Okay.
Yeah, I'm shooting the one that's literally on his. Maybe the way I imagine it is like on his shoulder, about to kind of latch on to his, like, maybe potentially his neck. Let's just come in and like boom, boom, you know.
Yeah. Unlike the laser chainsaw thingy that spreads blood all over, your effective BBG shots just bore into its skin, burning it within, cauterizing all the wounds as they go. But its grip on Malone is severed, and it falls from his back. Limb.
Thanks, buddy.
But not before it manages to bite him,
Yeah, that tracks.
causing 12 points of damage again.
Can I try to parry that again?
No, your parries too. I already counted that in.
Got it.
So unfortunately, he's too skillful at the thing he does for a living.
Take
Yeah.
another point of damage.
Yeah, that's what I'm reacting to. I'm just seeing it basically latching onto his neck, trying to latch onto his neck, and I'm literally just coming, rushing in and just going boom.
Next is creature number 3, and at the same time, the doctor.
Nice.
The creature number 3 just bites because he actually has noticed another target. So let's see. It goes for one or 2. This one goes for target number 2, which is Landers.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah.
But anyway, Doctor can act as this one attacks Landers.
Can I do a parry or anything like that?
Do you have anything to parry with?
I
You
can try and pistol whip it.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you use melee bludgeoning for that.
Okay.
Do you have melee ranks?
That's what I'm just rechecking.
I would hope so. You're a sword-based dude, aren't you?
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
different weapon type.
Yeah, I've just got melee at 0.
So no bonuses from there. Do you have dexterity?
I do have. Just rechecking. Yeah. Yeah, my dexterity would just put at a 0
So
modifier.
you don't get any bonuses for that.
Right. Okay. Okay, so it's just doing. So I'm not doing a roll. It just does a negative to you, does it? If I remember correctly, or am I doing a
Yeah,
roll?
you just
No,
make.
you don't get any bonuses for dodging.
Yeah, it just
Peter.
subtracts from their.
Yeah.
DM subtracts from their roll.
Yeah.
So you have to rely on your armor now.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Derek,
I guess what?
Judah.
All right, so I pull out my rifle, I aim it, and I shoot it at the one that's trying to eat Landis.
Yep.
Why? I don't know. But I shoot at it anyway.
At the Landers or the creature?
Take out the competition.
it's
Take out
like,
the competition.
which one?
So I'm gonna use the Auto 3
Dodging,
feature
skills
at
are
that one creature specifically.
Okay, fair enough. Give me a
So-
threshold value.
Yeah, this is when I'm very bloody still, you know.
That's 1. That's 2. And that's the 3.
Ooh,
Number 3 misses, but numbers 1 and 2 hit. And those,
what the hell?
the creature that manages to sink its teeth into Landers, causing 14 points of damage,
Feck.
and immediately afterwards, falling on its feet and face first into the dirt next to Landers, bleeding from its, well, not bleeding, but missing many of pieces.
And that's how you really do it, Landis.
And there is the scent of whatchamacallit, cooked chicken in the air.
Mhm.
And
You're welcome.
Hungry man.
And finally, it is Lord Zadora himself. Time to show
Okay.
these peasants how to finish this.
After the captain is busy tactically surveying the scene, he's recovering in surprise, but he manages to pull out a pistol, try to carefully aim with shaking hands, and fire off a shot.
Which whatever our targets.
Yeah,
Just
the,
the one-
the tar-
the one
target
from-
is the one wounded creature that has been chainsawed, the 2 dead ones, and there is also 4 humanoids.
Oh shit! What?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, that one, and those 2.
Us.
Yeah.
It's target selection's difficult in this environment. The one that's been chainsawed looks like an easy target. Hang on.
I am not going to say what came to mind. I don't want to give Woodster's ideas.
And that is enough to
Yeah.
hit and finish it off. So, Zadora points his gun with a perfect precision, pulling the trigger and hitting it square in the head. And the creature stops moving and slumps to its dead with with a hole in its forehead.
Nice.
The combat encounter is over.
I would like to perform first aid on my friends.
Which one first?
Noah.
Oh, hit me right in the neck.
Yes, roll me medic. Oh, well, that's 8 points back.
8 points back to you, Noah.
It's good.
Roll me Landis as well. I'm assuming you have enough time.
3 points to him.
3 points for
I
him.
wasn't as enthusiastic.
I'm not going to complain. It's 3 points more than I was expecting there.
Your experiences with medics are a bit lacking.
Combination of space amphetamine and space horse tranquilizer. You know, it's just good. Some of those
But it's-
combat drugs. You know,
It's nice to have an actual medic when you're getting bit by shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Doc. Right off the bat, you're already better than Femi.
After Femi treated you last time, you felt worse than you were before he treated
This is
you.
true.
So this is definitely this is an odd feeling better after being seen by a doctor. On a
Alright, guys.
battlefield. Instead of feeling like you lost a limb, you got one back. What?
Alright, let's try to, keep that down to a minimum.
Yep. You're still on the patrol route, but you have not been spotted by these things.
Can we be sneaky now?
let's continue to try and sneak.
Yeah, sneak
Yeah.
around.
Yep. You actually make it into the campsite, in between the hovels, which does not seem to have these patrol robots in it.
Nice.
There is a grand total of 4 buildings in there. Big one and 3 small ones. And looking at it, you may use some skill to determine what these buildings are for, if you have something that would be suitable.
I have a general history background. I'm going to assume at least some of that covered the basics of physical history in terms of, even if it's different civilization.
Architecture.
I'm sure there was like a semester 102 on
Sure.
like intergalactic history.
Sure, as it is a bit of an esoteric topic for that, I'm going to give you a difficulty rating of 14.
Okay, sure.
That's a lot.
That's
really
a lot
hard.
and a high, but it's definitely skirting
Roll
the...
6 and a 6, and you might get it.
Okay.
I'm just, while that's happening, I'm just going to go to the doctor and I go, right, I know you stopped the bleeding, but do we know if these things have got bloody poison or if the bloody wound is still stinging like mad?
Close.
Are these things
Close.
poisonous that I can remember from the scans?
Maybe.
No.
Can I-
The scans were done by people wanting to scan
Yeah.
buildings, not animals.
Well, I mean, I have my med kit on me. I'm gonna check them to see if he's poisoned.
Yeah, now that you are a bit more peaceful. Meanwhile, Zadora is looking at this building, is going, these definitely
Can I get,
look
like,
they don't belong here.
Cool. Could I get like a best guess of what they might have been used for? Does like one of them look like a toilet or something, and another one looks like an administration building, or do I need higher?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do. It's all in English.
It's all written in English, yeah.
Yeah, one of them says
Which
public
one of these
house and the other one says...
Sorry, I can resist that. Sorry.
Look, everyone speaks English in the future, man. Science fiction has taught me anything.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately to you, they all seem to be built by people who didn't know what they were doing. The art style is completely wrong. It's horrible.
It's horrible.
Horrible.
Yeah,
Horrible.
yeah,
Well, you know these backward civilizations, they don't know real culture.
yeah.
No.
They didn't have any feng shui with them.
But what you do find is a skeleton of a weird creature, sort of humanoidish.
Fear. Doctor, fear.
Yeah. 1 second. I rolled an 18 to check my friend Landis here for poison.
You check him for poisoning, and he is not poisoned.
Okay, you're not poisoned. Suck it up. I walk to the skeleton to check the skeleton.
I just say, I think you need to work on your bedside manner.
I could have just let you bleed out.
I'll give you that.
Look, man, if you're a female Centauri's bedside manner, be real different. Gonna get
That is a very true
over
statement.
here.
You just hear the comment. Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Roll
There's
for
no bitterness,
xenobiology.
Yep.
Xenobiology? Okay.
Yeah.
Does my science equipment that I have?
Yep.
Yeah, that's not human. I don't think.
What does that do for me? As far as
It gives you a plus 1 for this check.
okay, that's a 9.
Yeah, it's definitely an alien. You would say by the looks of these scans that it is a Brakiri.
Seems to be a Brakiri.
Brakiri
Look at you
are
with a blank expression.
Brakiri are a commercial species. They're essentially they trade for their technology and pretty much are unscrupulous in ways of making money.
Can I tell how long it's been dead?
And this one has been dead for about, you would say, 100 years.
Okay.
It's
So I
it's been
explained
well
this.
eaten.
Okay. I explained that to the group.
All right. Not a threat then. Been here for a while.
Yeah. So,
Well, guys, we gotta get moving before these sentries. Wes, did you figure out which building we should hit first?
Look, it's not the one with the green sign and the two symbols of different aliens. I think that is a toilet. Let's just pick one of the three.
Is there like any written words anywhere on here that we
Yeah.
can see?
well,
Let's just go to the big building.
the writings are not something you know you can understand.
Okay.
We'll go to the first building. There we go.
Let's hit them one at a time. Everybody behind me, nice and slow. Keep your eyes and ears open, folks.
Okay, so you go to one of the smaller buildings, and you open the doors, and inside you find a lot of torn up things and stuff. The doorway was on its hinges, and it opened just by pushing. And whatever was here has been since destroyed, looted, manhandled, savaged. There is two
This
more
isn't it.
small buildings left and a big one.
You actually just
Got a
see
big
Landis start to go green, and he actually seals up his helmet. There, he's
Okay there, Landis.
is thou. Oh,
Something we're gonna need to worry about here, Landis. I need you to keep yourself together.
no. Centaur nose is sometimes a wee bit sensitive to decay.
Yeah, no worries. Try to ignore it. All right, let's go to the next building.
I say we go to the big
Fresh
building.
air.
The biggest building anyway.
The biggest building. Right.
I check for traps.
Right.
You'd think we're playing D&D.
I mean, random alien world, people are getting eaten.
I know.
I trust nothing.
Yeah, it's not check for traps. It's check for alien impregnating.
Yes. There you go.
The Guardians come alive and kill us all.
Exactly.
That's the trap. So
Yeah,
Exactly.
as you approach the bigger building, and you approach it carefully, Shadow goes, I got good news and bad news for you.
What's up?
Bad news first.
give us the bad news.
There's one of those robots inside.
Good news.
There is also a biological creature on there, but it's not one of the lizards.
It's an unknown. Friend, can you tell if it's friendly or foe from where you're at? Who knows?
I'm not a doctor. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I just can tell you that it does not match the specifications for the lizard.
All right, folks.
It's a life form, definitely.
I'm just gonna go, and I'm like, how close to Bakahiri is the life form?
I do figure I know.
Hmm.
Ask a xenobiologist
Hmm.
who is off peeing behind the corner or something.
I think he's seen about some parasites of his own. Sorry.
That's the way to talk about someone's children, right?
Oh.
I've got 3 nephews.
Yeah, right.
That's
so
not
I
the
would say
same
parasites.
thing!
Let's try to move on without him. He'll be back in a few minutes.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
here's the plan.
I'll just roll
I,
his xenobiology for him.
I am sure they're actually lovely kids.
They're pretty cool, man.
No, I
Yeah.
didn't. I didn't roll his xenobiology for him. Nope. Nope. We shall not mention that die roll. Nope.
Yeah.
So,
All right, here's the plan.
it-
Double
it's-
sixes and we've invalidated the mission.
Yeah. In my defense, he's not allowed to say anything about his children I have such reading.
Yeah, the doorway into the last bit of housing is covered by a hole. There is like a big hole in it.
Yeah.
And as you approach the edges of the doorway and peek in, and there is indeed one of those robotic creatures inside. And you dodge away as it turns to look at your direction. So, what is your
Let's
plan
take
of
a quick
action?
peek. Then, if we're peeking,
Yep.
Yeah.
can you describe a little bit more? Paint us a nice little picture.
Yeah. What's in the big building?
Yeah, the big building is one big room.
Yep.
It's there's definitely stacks of. It seems to have been some sort of warehouse. There's stacks of boxes, crates. It's full of sort of. You don't know what's in the crates. Most of them seem to be closed, and the few that are open towards one of the towards away from the doorway. So, curiously,
Mysterious boxes that we could probably use for cover and then investigate after we're done.
Exactly.
Yeah. Just to make sure, I might have just misunderstood. So we have got confirmed there is one of these sentinels in there.
Oh! You also spot that Sentinel has taken some damage because because it's missing a lot of moss in few areas.
Okay.
And some metal.
What I'm just wanting to clarify is just so I get this in my head. That's all. Okay. So I know we mentioned there's this sentinel in the tent there or in the building there, but we also mentioned there was a biological signal that we don't know about.
Yep.
Did Jado confirm if that was actually right next to it, or is that also just was that some distance away? There?
It's inside the building.
Inside the building, but we don't know if it's right next to it or. All right. Okay.
We won't have any location on it. It's a surprise, and we have no idea if it's a friendly or a foe.
Does it give like
time being
a dimensions like, oh, it's this big or this big or this big? I mean, I don't know how in-depth the sensors are.
He hands you the scanner. Do what you will, and you can roll me xenobiology.
The room is probably like 60 feet by 60 feet.
13.
Ooh.
It's
I think you foresee everything now.
it's a Minbari.
Oh shit!
It's an embody.
Who foresaw that? No, not us.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Jakar might want to know about that. I'm just saying, two birds, one stone. Okay.
Jakar, you mean?
Jakar.
I don't think so.
I mean, what is a Minbari doing on this random planet where a lot of dead bodies and mechanical things are at?
Well, we're gonna find that
Especially
afterward.
a place with a Centauri artifact, but that's neither here nor there right now.
Oh yeah, no. I think I might pass that on anyway.
Let's keep our matters on hand. We're gonna objective number 1 is to destroy the Sentinel, and then retrieve this eye. The Minbari is a secondary objective. We can let's assume that
we're assuming
it's
hostile,
friendly or foe, but be wary.
I mean, we could just go on there and talk, try the peaceful resolution.
My fear is that all right. Doc, you think we're just going to be able to walk in and avoid combat with this thing?
Landis is just going to interject and go, Minbari might be intelligent, but at the same time, the concept of them surviving in a tent with an object that's geared towards potentially attacking any unknown object without them having to destroy it themselves. If they're there by its side or close by, they either know how to get around it or they control it.
Also, depending which case they're from, I mean, it could be this can go very well or very horribly.
Here's the way I'm looking at this. We did not get hired here just to kill 3 little creatures and come in and talk to somebody.
I just want to throw
I'm
out
expecting
that
a threat. I'm under the assumption that this is a threat. If it turns out not to be so, we'll take it that way.
Just want to throw out
exactly.
the entire Earth Minbari War started on some real fucked up misconstruing things.
Oh
So,
yeah, and
If you're only good Minbari is a dead Minbari.
Okay,
All
yes.
right.
Please don't let him
let's
talk.
not even start. That's the door.
Let's not let him talk.
Let's
All
not
right, how
even
about we
start.
do this? Let's go in 50-50. We'll bust in the door. We'll throw on some smoke bombs. And then we'll announce ourselves.
I'm not saying put the guns away. I'm just saying when we go in, we should just be like, hey, we don't want to hurt anybody. We just want to talk. And if
How
it
about-
escalates, it escalates.
How
Let's do this.
about we
I
make
agree
sure
with
we
you.
have full clips, but we have our guns pointed at the floor. If we need to bring them up, we bring them up.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I don't want to throw in gas bombs because people can get spooked very easily.
Dr. Turner, I'm going to take your suggestion. But in the meantime, when we're on a floor mission with guns in danger, let me be in control of it, the situation. I like where you're going. I'm going to take your suggestion. Let's do this. Let's go in, announce ourselves, and keep this friendly until it's time to pull the trigger.
I'm just gonna again interject and say, can we just make sure we all have reloaded our weaponry here?
Okay.
I'm good to go.
Inner monologue in Derek's head is, they always say this until they're bleeding out on my medical bed. Okay. Here we go.
I'm gonna do, doctor. Right, I'm
Yeah.
not even gonna ask.
This is my inner
Everybody's-
monologue in my head. Let's go.
Stay behind me. Stay a good feet behind me. It's going nice and slow. And once we're through this hole, we'll announce ourselves. As we're approaching, while, keeping out of sight of the sentinel, I'm going to yell out, "Hello, we got some friendlies here. Show yourself." As we go in. And then I'm going to show myself first, gun aimed down, and take into the room.
Which of you guys has any languages?
I took a minor in languages in university.
So, yep.
I can order a beer, maybe.
I mean,
So
I
you
can-
two roll me. You two roll me languages.
And I've got language also.
Okay, all of you roll me languages, and Zadora is gonna get a boon because Zadora has experience in Minbari.
Alright.
As little
I
as it
rolled
is.
11.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, my
Minbari
memory
is okay.
is practically. Yeah, I know Norn, I know a wee bit of English, I know Centauri, but Minbari, no. It's one
So-
I keep getting the
No.
verses mixed up.
No. You hear the word attack, and the other two hear the word watch out, like take cover.
Okay, now I was screaming, take cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the very moment that word comes out, the robot turns to shoot through the wall towards the source of the sound. And
It's probably me.
I'm just gonna kind of like freeze and go, attack what?
yeah, your understanding is it's telling the robot to attack.
Mm.
Yeah. So
Love
the
it.
robot shoots at the wall, making it blast. And grand total of 12 points of damage after soaking up the wall's damage resistance, blowing it into. There's
All
a
of my
big
sensors
blast,
light up immediately.
a big blast that goes, and there's how much? 12 points I told you. Damage that comes through the wall and against your armor. Directly.
All of us?
No, just Noah,
All right.
as you are the source of the sound.
Do I still get shielding from that, or is it 12 minus my
12 minus your armor, yes.
10-4? Thank you.
And the force of the blast pushes you over a few feet into the open.
Yeah,
That's
Landis is just like surprised. I am actually surprised by it. I'm literally staggering back a wee bit from the actual explosive force of this attack.
Yep.
It is now the time to be rolling initiative.
This would be
think
time to
so.
roll the initiative, though I have to ask you. It is 3 hours of gameplay behind us. Do you want to continue, or do you want to leave it here? I leave it to you, players, because I have all night.
I have all night.
I've got nothing arranged for tomorrow morning, so I'm good to go myself.
I do. Actually, I got something arranged in 30 minutes.
We got kids and stuff.
Yeah,
This is
absolutely,
the
man.
perfect. This is a
Understood.
perfect pausing point right here.
Yeah,
absolutely great.
it's as I said, it's not up to me. It's up to you guys there. That's all I'm saying.
I'm relaxed, man. Look, I'm a tad tired myself, so I'm stopping now. It's fine. If everyone else had really wanted to like keep rolling through, it didn't have shit, I could have done another hour and a half. But
Yeah, it's,
I'm good.
at most it's another half an hour, so
Mhm.
they give you that much.
I think now is probably the time to stop if we are going to not conclude the combat. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'm happy either way.
Yeah.
I'm for that. Let's pause right here. This is a
Okay.
great pausing part. We come back next time, right into the thick of battle, do some resolution, and go from there.
Alright, fair enough. Now we can actually have a nice little after game banter.
Yep.
Oh yeah, post chat.
Post chat.
Banter.
So yay. Yay. So we are left with the initiative spending for the robot fight. This is definitely something that you are going to be having troubles with next episode. It's going to be maybe epic, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see next week.
See, the thing is that, like, the me that doesn't care about life is just like, hey, all 4 of us throw out frag grenades in there. Fuck them in body.
This is my immediate reaction. You guys want to do piling and shit. I got a 20 million worth of credits in a ship. You know, I'm gonna kill a lot more than one Minbari for that much money.
There's also the point that the artifact might be in there.
Exactly, and then we might have started.
Yeah, I was thinking it's a shame though. It'll be fun.
That's why, like, no, it's in the chest, ballistic proof.
No.
They'll be like, yeah, look, we got the eye. But,
If it was Centauri, yes, definitely in the most secure bunker. But it's Bakiri and other alien races. They might not give a shit about the eye.
Yeah. Also, Blinky, have a good week and happy Easter to you as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Reals.
Yep.
Thank you for giving wishing us a happy Easter. I hope you and your family enjoy your Easter. And I hope
If you want to support our channel, on our homepage there should be a link to our Patreon. You can subscribe for as little as $1 a month. That will help us immensely. If nothing else, it will buy us a coffee that we have to brew ourselves, but it will buy us that.
Yeah.
there are some GMs out there who lack coffee. For as little as $1 a month, you can fund our GM with caffeine.
Yes.
That
Indeed.
keeps him going on from instead of a 3-hour gaming session, he does a 6-hour instead.
But to be frugal, I will actually buy a bag of tea that I will be consuming in front of you if you donate $1 a month. For each $1, I will not drink a separate bag of tea, but I will keep on drinking tea.
Yeah. For every
You
dollar,
should snort a tea bag in front of our subscribers.
yeah, for every dollar over $5, Wooster will actually start drinking the tea bags that you suggest to him instead.
Yes, I will sample exotic teas.
Tea feederism.
Tea.
Fucking hell. That's
I got some great tea made from mushrooms. No, I do not.
Oh, yeah, but I
Were
don't think you
they
can keep those
magical by
across
any
international borders, man.
So, guys, how did you find the episode? Feel free to leave us a comment and we'll read it on the Twitch chat as soon as we receive it.
Actually, no, this.
And what about you, players? How did you find the session?
Well, this is the thing. I was actually going to talk to you about at some point about how would we bring in, like the eye, because it was always kind of left open how it was found in the first place, and it is actually. I was thinking of it might be a good way for Landis to get in nicely with Londo, and I just never got that conversation. So the fact that you've actually brought up the eye, I'm actually quite happy with there.
Tell me about this eye.
It was it first season? It was
First season, episode 13.
Yeah.
The introduction of Mr. Molden.
Oh yes, it is the concept of the eye is basically think of like it being the equivalent of the crown jewels of Britain.
It's like a symbol of the Centauri.
It is the symbol brought forward by the first Emperor Kiro to the Centauri Republic, and it was handed down from one emperor to another as a symbol of imperial power.
Yeah.
However, some generations ago, the eye was lost.
Yeah.
The circumstances regarding that are up in mystery.
I can't remember the name of the battle. It got lost in a battle about, I think it's either 100 or 130 years before the actual setting of Babylon 5. And basically, the Centauri have been searching it for because it's the equivalent of, it was a massive loss of face. Like, if you think about other civilizations, like for the Roman Empire, the loss of Pharisees' legions and the eagles they had in Teutoburg Forest was a massive loss of face for the Roman Empire. And you look at all the campaigns that were done for like a couple of generations afterwards, just for them to reclaim the eagles, there. Just to actually
Or folks like Whimsy, who has yet to watch Babylon 5.
Yeah, I think that's like 0% of our fan base and 100% of our captains.
I was thinking it would be a interesting mechanic to explore basically human cultural imperialism. That's what I was thinking, where we were going with this. What happens when humanity seizes artifacts of cultural import to another civilization? But it's like, look, you guys can't look after this. We'll stick it in a museum on Earth.
This is all money.
That would be
Belongs
great
in the
if it wasn't for a white savior syndrome. And I don't think
Exactly. So that's as a
plus we are the we're the lowlifes in the galaxy. We're the new upstart race.
Exactly.
Also, Plinky. Good notion there, but you are missing half of the story. If you want to know the story, please watch season 1, episode 13 again.
I think I'm gonna have to rewatch that too because I need a refresher on that.
Yeah, there was actually quite a wee bit of intrigue going on with that because
Let's not spoil it to anyone.
Yeah, it's basic. The way I'll leave it is basically it's the symbolism of the object. It's not about the value. It's more about the symbolism. It's like any piece of important piece of art. Like you think about Leonardo da Vinci's Mona Lisa, right? There's just as many pieces of art that from that time period that are just as impressive, but don't have the symbolism because it's a lesser known master that made it. It's just that Da Vinci, in our mindset for that time period, was the foremost genius of his generation, and he has this painting, and it just has a symbolism there, and it's like if someone else was to have done it, it wouldn't have that importance. It's the same for the eye. There could be another jewel that's nearly as the same quality, the same carat there, but because it's not being carried by the emperors there, it would not have that symbolism of the value. It's the the historical importance that puts the value to the item.
I think I remember that episode now.
No, it's
Is one of the crazy psychic auntie.
Yes.
I see death and fire.
Yeah. I think that's the best way we can describe like a subprime plot of that actual episode without revealing what goes on there.
Note to self.
Timeline-wise,
we're about episode 10.
Yeah, it's actually episode. It is a prime episode that actually explains. It's if you're interested in the Molari storyline.
That's where it starts.
Yeah, definitely. That and the Ragesh Free one, because that explains. It gives his motivation
everything before that episode is just like background dressing.
Yeah.
The Londo storyline truly starts going from that point. Before that, it's like setting who he is, and from that point is what he does.
Yeah.
But let's switch topic a bit and.
Sure.
Hey, congratulations, guys! We have 25 followers thanks to Caledonia Man 2.
Really?
That is halfway to affiliate. Only 25 more. So everybody make a second account and make follow us again. So we can get affiliate.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's take some subject. How about this? We should take some audience suggestions or feedback.
We should.
Yeah, definitely. Where do you guys want this plotline to go? What should the players have done differently? And who was the best player tonight?
Yeah. This is the thing.
You get to vote off a player each time.
and just to make you wake up early on Sundays, they will vote you out last.
Yeah.
Okay, you can't get rid of me. I pay part of the bills.
No. It's I think
Babylon 5 survival.
Here's the other thing I'm going to say. For the guys who are affairs in our Discord, if you have questions or you want to talk to us about why our characters did certain things, do not hesitate in sending us a PM. I do not bite unless you ask me to, and I'm sure that's the same that can be applied to the other guys there.
Yep, definitely. You have any questions about any topics whatsoever, pop up to our Discord, just ask. The first one available will answer you if they can. If not, they will kick me or someone else here, and we will answer anything we have. Anything. Ask anything. We will answer something.
You'll probably get a response. Not
I have some
details, but apart from that.
What do we think about the new Dr. Turner?
Yeah. What do you guys think about the new Doctor?
Oh yeah, I'm liking Turner's actual story. I'm not sure. It's like I just love. Femi came up with a very conflicted character for the first one, and he's then come up with an even more just as conflicted. There, it's just fantastic.
What's conflicted about him? He's there to heal.
Just a moment. Blinky, our Discord link should be down there.
Look to the left on Twitch. You should see on bottom. Yeah, you see things with Discord.
There should be a link to Discord and YouTube and Twitter channels. Join us there. Talk to us in our Discord. We'll be happy to talk about Babylon 5 with you. And any other topics you have.
Just because he blew apart some lizard's brain and then went and healed the two of you.
Look at that. It shows it right there. I'm new to this whole technology stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm an ex-Geek Squad guy.
Yeah. The thing I'll apologize to any of our fans is if you do talk to me and in PM and I decide I will give you a wall of text. If I do get to the point where I actually do swamp you and stuff, just tell me just to slow down or stop. I am not going to be offended. I am just a very enthusiastic guy. I like talking about things. All of these guys can testify to that.
See.
Yeah, they will testify that they will have to remind me, John, we all need to get to sleep. shut the F up and we'll talk about this tomorrow. Okay?
You know, I have noticed you're a bit of a talker.
Yeah,
I've been,
I know.
Yeah.
I've been playing games with him for almost a year now, so yes.
Yeah. So this is the thing. I am not going to be insulted because I do know I will go into a lot more there.
That's all right. I like the new Doc.
Mhm.
Obviously, I don't know. I feel like Noah and Doc, or maybe it was just Carlos versus Zimmy.
Zimmy,
We had some conflicts.
can you check the access rights of the Skyfi guy on Discord?
Mm.
He doesn't seem to be able to post anything. You are our technical master, sir.
Mhm.
There's also the Discord link now available in chat. That's hard to type down, but this link is there. You can just click it and go there. It should help you get there. If not,
Mm.
you can always send some of us a private message. At least I have it open to anyone who comes into the channel. They can send me messages, and I will have to block you if you send me something inappropriate. Or then I will like your fetishes, and we'll be best of friends.
Yeah. An answer to Frog Scanner. Unfortunately, I haven't got around to finishing the recap for episode 12. There was just a few things. I was doing my driving tests on Tuesday, and I just failed it there. So I'll be honest, I've been thinking about a few other things, and I was meaning to get to it, but I haven't done that. My plan is to at least get the recap for episode 12 done by tomorrow. I am then, depending on how quickly I write up that, I will then try and do episode 30, this episode also on the same day. If some people are looking at the recaps, the reason why I tried to keep them short is that was original a lawful stupid one, but I also find by keeping them shorter, as I said, I've got a tendency to waffle there, and I'd rather give you just a brief blurb that gets you guys interested. You have a brief idea of what's going on, but I then don't spoil things for you. So, and also it makes it a lot quicker to write up the actual recaps there at the same time. If you guys are wanting more fuller recaps, do make a suggestion, but at the same time, I'm not going to write you a full novel at the same time there, because it just takes, it's the length of time. It's taking 15 minutes to write 100 words, but the second you're going up to like 900 or 1,000 to give some of them justice, you can take up.
So, do we have any other questions for the
Lincoln Poop has a great one.
Mm-hmm.
So, you are bad at golf. How is your pitching and pulling?
Who's that to?
That's a good question. Who is? I'm not a good golf. I've played mini golf. I do all right at mini golf.
I'm excellent at the Nintendo Entertainment System golf. You failed at driving.
Not that. Oh.
Puns.
You're the best.
That's the best.
Yes, I love puns.
Oh god. To be fair, I am gonna thank you, Blinken. That has probably been the best comment I've seen, and that actually is actually put a smile on my face, because I have been kicking myself a wee bit about my car driving test, I should say. But no, that's put a smile on my face. Thank you for that. My putting, my actual pitching. I can't pitch to save my life. Don't ask me to sing there, and I'm not that good with face putty and all that sort of stuff, or wall putty, so I'm not good for the DIY.
Right. All right. So I think since there are no more questions, we should be ending this so people can get to sleep and preparing for tomorrow and all that sort of things. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. It's been awesome to have you, and also for some odd reason I think we have a pre-game banter mode on. Well, it's post-game banter, and the post-game banter is about to end. We'll see you next week on the same Babylon channel on the same bat time.
Yep.
See you later.
Bonus nachos, everybody.
See you guys.